Welcome to tuberchat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you so much to everybody coming early. I see we've even got a few newer faces in the house because we have changed the time of today's live stream. I think this is the latest edition of tuberchat. So thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you all of you who have given already a thumbs up and shared and all that good stuff. And forgive me for racing through my introduction today, but I know that there's something on a lot of people's minds, maybe even all of us. There was a loss of subscribers by many different creators, probably everybody today. So I'm going to address why that's happened, and thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, for mentioning that. Forgive me while I rush through my introduction today, but I do want to welcome everybody. Kareen's Life, I think this is your first time in a tuberchat live stream, so thanks for coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so you can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Please don't be shy. The object here is to go first, and if you take your time and meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Business Basics with Mr. Long, thanks for coming in. Cozy Relaxation actually just messaged me about 5 or 10 minutes ago asking the same question that Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo did. So I'm going to get into that in just moments from now. Designs by CAD Pro, good to see you. Family Travel and Excursions, always good to have you here. We've got some members in the house. Our gold and silver members are already on the wheel, but we have in Rachel's place that we're going to add right away, Javian's Day today. It's going to be a little while before I start spinning the wheel and getting channels up here. Our featured channel for today is the Murphy family. They're a generous and dynamic creator that has supported a lot of different familiar channels in our community, in the tuberchat community particularly, and have recently started frequenting tuberchat here, but have also been generous with us, and I appreciate that. JJ's Mix, good to see you always. Just My Opinions, good to have you back. Kristen Welton, my love, is in the house always. Thank you for joining, my darling. And Ladita Lockerbie, thank you for coming in. McCoy Fam Channel, Michael's Adventures is always with us. Thank you so much for coming in. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, I didn't put you on the wheel yet. And MSK Family Vlogs, good to see you back. Oakstyle always seems to be here, and thank you very much for coming in. And Cedrine Waite, thanks for coming in. I think you were close to being first today. The Murphy family, our featured channel, is in the house, and Eve Belize is here as well. Eve, I don't have you on the wheel yet, but I will put you right now. And as well, PA, our dedicated moderator and wonderfully loyal and dedicated supporter, is in the house. Forgive me if I've missed anybody as you've come in. Brandon Jackson Cooking, good to see you in here with your other channel. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. If you're still active in the chat, I will get around to everybody. Smiley's World, good to see you here. This might be your first time in a tuberchat live stream, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Typically and specifically, the way that we connect here, and I'm going to discuss the importance of this, is that we leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and then give the creator a thumbs up. Your comment, by the way, should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filter. And the thumbs up is something we should always be doing for each other. Then subscribe to them. Come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured that connection the right way, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel after hopefully finding your comment easily if you say something about the video that you watched. A Space for 3, good to see you here. I think you've been with us before, but I think it's been just a little while, and I wonder if you changed your name slightly. But forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. Food Fight Showdown, good to see you here. Lulicious, I'm glad that you're back. Hopefully you're meeting all the friends and family members you like. And then that's great. Michael's Adventures is always running playlists for people. Hopefully everybody in the chat who needs ours is in the process of swapping playlists. Bright Creations is officially monetized now, so that's good news. We see that happening more and more often in the TuberChat community, and it's always great news. Norman B., good to have you back. If there are any questions that anybody has with regards to TuberChat, the way that things work or the things that we're doing here. Okay, Brandon, you can't, Brandon Jackson, sorry, you can't use both channels at the same time. You can come in with each channel, but you must treat them differently. You can't tell people to come and visit both my channels because it's not fair to everybody else in the chat who's working on their channels one by one and following the procedure. I'm going to talk right now about how important it is that we all follow this procedure so that we avoid the problems that come, like, for instance, losing subscribers. That's not necessarily what happened today to everybody, but we'll talk about it right now. So forgive the self-promotion. I'm going to try something I usually don't do, which is to run a video while we're live streaming here. So we'll give it a try. If it works, I'll keep it going. If not, I'll just go back over the speech. But just a couple of months ago, we saw a big drop in subscriber numbers, just like we did today. So I'm going to show you the video on my personal channel that is still there now that explains exactly what's happening so that you can see this is a common occurrence. It's not just something that happened today. If you don't mind, what I'll ask from everybody, if you can't hear the video when I play it, just please let me know. And if I have a problem with the audio because I haven't tried this before, then I'll just cut it off and I'll talk about it instead. Okay, Brandon. And the Essential Circle, thank you for coming in. My BS Life, good to see you here. Remind me to ask Lift to Eat. You know, when we're, forgive me, because I can't help myself. I just watched Lift to Eat do the video that I was talking about yesterday for those of you who are here. As a kid, it might be a dream come true to have an entire jar of peanut butter and an entire jar of Nutella to yourself to eat all in one sitting. But I got to tell you, it's hard to watch. And he managed to do it. So that's something else. Vegan Realist, good to have you back. So forgive me, everybody. Okay, I just wanted to get that off my chest there about Lift to Eat. But I'm gonna try running this video. We'll see what happens. And Abby and Gijo, thank you for the question. I was just going over it a moment ago. From that, but so like I got to subscribers are not. I got to try to get it back to the beginning here somehow. My internet connection might glitch while I do this, but we'll try. We'll try anyway. I just want you to see what I said 2 months ago because it's exactly the same thing. Simply Royce, good to have you back. Have you been losing subscribers lately? We're going to talk about why that's happening and what you can do to prevent it right now. This is a live stream, but we're going to cover everything within the first few minutes so that you can get right to business and get your channel fixed up. So one of the problems that's been happening lately is people all over YouTube have seen a decrease in the numbers of subscribers that they have, myself included. I've lost, I have about 1,400 subscribers, lost about 30. So what happens occasionally is YouTube purges. And there are many different things that they can do. We never get clear answers about how this stuff happens. But some of it is due to lack of engagement between creators. So you may have gained a subscriber many, many months ago. Their channel may now be inactive, is one of the things. They may have not even posted or been on YouTube in the last 6 months. Another thing is maybe they don't watch any more of your videos or like or comment, and you also don't do the same for them. Not that you mean to, with 1,400 subscribers, of course, I'm not visiting every channel every day or even every week. I support as much as I can, but it's the channels that are the most active that end up getting favored by all of us. So that's a start to it. I know that it's very upsetting and very confusing, but we've seen this stuff before. For anybody who's been on YouTube for longer than the past 6 months, you've already seen a major purge. This relates to watch hours as well as subscribers. So it can be very, very frustrating. What I want to let you know is in 99% of cases, especially over the last 7 to 10 days, it's nothing you've done. It's nothing anybody else has done. It's simply the YouTube algorithms purging. So I wanted to get that out of the way. And I will take questions if anybody has them. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. But since we're in a live stream, I'll just take a moment to start welcoming people. Zelda Master John, who's our featured channel on TuberChat after this. Thank you for coming in, Lady Block. Okay, forgive me for that quick moment while I'm just welcoming people into this particular live stream that we're re-watching. Hopefully the audio's okay. You can hear everything. Jump the Fat, thanks for coming back in. Blood Dragon, good to see you if I didn't already welcome you. Gutty Liano's channel, thanks for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier. We're just running a quick video here to let everybody know what's happening with this bit where we're losing subscribers today. It's happening to a lot of people. And then Kareen's Life, forgive me, it's just here. We do things a little bit opposite. The object is you visit a channel, watch their video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, and then come back and let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same for your channel. From channels, there's no reason for it. There's no excuse that we can come up with or get a clear answer on. But what happens is some users like Thailand Mick just have trouble commenting and even joining live chats on several channels. If that happens to you, because I've got a few on my channel, I've got a few on tuberchat that I have to take care of all the time, and basically all that needs to be done. Okay, forgive me. Maybe the main point got met, and now we're talking about a different kind of glitching. So I'll get off the self-promotion there for a second. So hopefully that eases your mind a little bit. Just showing you the fact that we went through this exact thing just 2 or 3 months ago. This happens all the time because YouTube is constantly purging. Some of it is because you have inactive subscribers, and some of it is because of what we're doing here. If one of the two parties does not fulfill the procedure in the fullest, then YouTube may get rid of that connection afterwards. That's why I say all the time, you got to watch a full video of at least 1 minute long. It's a bad way to say it. I got to find a new way to say that because it's not enough to watch 1 minute of any video. You must watch a full video. But we say at least 1 minute because the truth is anything less than 30 seconds, you're not going to get it to count at all. YouTube will just remove it almost immediately. When you leave a comment, you want it to be meaningful, hopefully related to the content of the video that you watch so that it doesn't get caught in the spam filters or held for review. If it does, YouTube might take that subscription away. Not every creator goes through they're held for review or spam filter. I know many creators that just delete the spam filter. They don't even read it. I never do. I always look at every single comment and determine for myself, which is what I suggest. But as we all grow and we get more and more subscribers and more comments, it's going to become harder and harder. So you have to make the right decisions for your own channel. But this is why leaving the comments is important. We should always be giving each other a thumbs up. So I say that it has to do with it. We just should always be doing it anyway. I think there's a chance it could lock it in a little bit better and this and that. But if you have a channel that you've subscribed to and you don't go back for months and months and months and ever watch another video or ever leave them a comment or ever give them a like, and they don't do the same for you, it's very likely that YouTube will get rid of those connections. If you were to look right now, you'd probably find, if you could find a way to figure it out, that the connections that you lost today were not from the last couple of days. They were probably from a long time ago, and it could be inactive accounts like I'm talking about. So unfortunately, like I said, we never seem to get clear answers from YouTube. And the reason why is because they don't want us taking advantage of the system. Now, first of all, we say we're not a sub for sub network. We absolutely are against that particular kind of behavior because numbers are not enough. If you get 1,000 subscribers and somehow happen to get your 4,000 watch hours, you're not going to make any income if nobody's coming back to watch your videos after you get monetized. And then there you go. Yes. Yeah, it's unfortunate, simply, Royce. That's exactly what we're talking about. So it's really unfortunate. And then, I don't want to self-promote too much, but in case you want to see it, I think it was a half hour long, that live stream, and we go into a couple other things about glitching and this and that. YouTube glitches and purges lots of stuff all the time. That would explain why so many people have lost watch hours in the last couple of days. We got a lot of different messages, and a lot of people were asking about losing watch hours this weekend. And now that we've seen a subscriber drop again, it makes sense. They're purging. They take a lot of things that the YouTube algorithm decides is invalid and just erases it on us. And it's very unfortunate. I keep saying the same thing. We take 2 steps forward, but we end up having to take 1 step back. And then forgive me for all the people I haven't welcomed. We got into a really important topic today. We are going to put channels on the screen like we always do. Everybody has their chance to be on the screen. We're going to talk about channels, and we could talk about whatever else you'd like. But it's a very important thing today because I know how horrible it is when you wake up. I came and sat down at the computer. I've been out all day, and I came and sat down at the computer, and I said, how do I have 10 less subscribers than I had when I left the house today? That's why. It happens to everybody, including me. I probably lost 10 on each of 2 channels. Now, I haven't aggressively been growing the way we're all doing here in tuberchat over the last couple of weeks. Most of the stuff is coming in organically for me, but still, a loss is a loss. So I don't want you to think I don't know how it feels, and I forget how many I had lost that day when I made the first live stream about all of this stuff, but it was a significant amount. Yeah, but I promise you this, as disheartening as this is, we've seen it before, and we are going to see it again. So you just have to be ready and push through it. We know we need 1,000 subscribers, so we aim for 1,100. We know we need 4,000 hours of watch time, so we aim for 5,000. And then Zelda Master John's in the house. Thanks for coming in. We were talking about you in that other live stream. I think you were the featured channel on tuberchat that day, and I just mentioned it, but that's a coincidence. So the only other thing, it really doesn't matter here because tuberchat is a very respectful chat, and I thank all of you for that. But where possible, because we're talking about numbers today, just please try to remember to spell them out. So you're welcome to talk about it. Of course, everybody can have whatever conversations they want. Anything that helps you, I want to encourage, especially talking amongst other creators within the chat. I absolutely encourage that. Where possible, just try to spell them out, but don't worry about it too much. And yep. My BS life. Yeah. When I first started in the small YouTuber community, people used to say like, keep your love, don't take it back. And I came to learn, I don't think that very many people unsubscribe after. There are people out there, I'm sure, that do, but I think the number is way smaller than we all think it is. I don't think that that's what happens. I think it's partially because we don't follow the correct procedure when we're connecting with people, because YouTube spells out exactly in their community guidelines that sub for sub behavior is forbidden, right? So that's one thing. And then the other thing, like I said, it could be inactive connections. So it's not necessarily even that people don't post anymore. If somebody's not using their YouTube channel anymore, like if they've quit or something like that, that can be a part of it. But if you're not watching their videos, they're not watching your videos, and you've just kind of abandoned each other over the last 3, 6, 9 months, whatever, that could be a possibility as well. So forgive me, there's so many channels in here that I did not welcome, but we wanted to get through this important topic. So forgive me, and I will try to catch up just a little bit, and then we'll move on. I'll start spinning the wheel. Yeah, Blood Dragon, I think I did mention you. Coach Sherry, good to see you. Bright Creations, like I said, is monetized officially now. So that only took a couple of days. They were in review, and some of you will remember me saying that in tuberchat, that they were in review as of that morning. As of today, they are monetized. So That's good news. So Kareen's Life, thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully you're already meeting some new friends and family members. DIY Sleeping Quarters, good to see you here. Ends Boy Ninja, this might be your first time in TuberChat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect. They are all expecting to subscribe to your channel, but they are expecting you to subscribe to their channel first. So if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. McCoy Fam Channel, I think I already welcomed you, but it's great to see you back. My BS Life is a loyal and dedicated supporter, so of course I always notice when you're here. Nay TV, I think you've been here before, but hopefully you're meeting some new friends and family members, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that. And Romaine General, same for you. I think I've seen you before. I almost wonder if you might have changed your name, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but again, hopefully you feel welcome. The Wickhams are in the house. The Daniel Show is back with us again, and I did already mention Zelda Master John. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to, as long as you're still active in the chat. Of course, we're going to get around to you. And then hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. I hope I haven't missed anything in the chat. If you specifically wanted to ask me a question or mention something, if you don't mind, just repeat it, because now I've gone on about this so long that I probably can't get back in the chat more than 10 or 15 minutes. And then, you know, Brandon, you're making a good point, but as we grow and as we follow more and more creators, all of us, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So the best you can do is support everybody as much as you possibly can. And if we all do that, everybody will thrive together. That's guaranteed already. So I will get around to spinning the wheel in a moment. Again, I just want to go over, for those of you who are a little bit newer to TuberChat, the specific way that we connect here. And this is extremely important based on the conversation that we've just had about losing subscribers. But specifically here, we do it in an exact way. So we leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. Then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So I'm just cleaning up the wheel here a little bit. We've got quite a few members, so thank you all for coming in. So you do not have to super chat or be a member to be put on the wheel. I will get into adding names to the wheel shortly. Maybe what I'll do for right this second is spin the wheel, and then I'll explain how it works. Jaden. Oh, I think you noticed. I think you wondered if it was the same question as yesterday, but I changed it. Hopefully everybody will engage that too. We might have some more light conversation by talking about that. I'm just curious to know what's the topic of the next video you plan to release on your channel. Michael's Adventure says, I've gotten used to losing friends. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Michael's Adventures kind of has a little like joke thing with me, because I always say we take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And he says, no, we take 5 steps forward and then we have to take 4 steps back. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that this stuff happens. But, you know, success on YouTube is guaranteed. I promise you that. We see it again and again. I have a million stories for you to show you why that is true. And unfortunately, these little setbacks come back, but we're choosing to be here. But if you just stay, put out at least 1 quality piece of content per week, and never quit, success is guaranteed on YouTube. It really doesn't have to take much more than that. You will improve along the way, of course, and you will grow exponentially. Again, if there's any questions or comments that anybody has, something anybody wants to add. And then there you go. Smiley's World says, we just have to keep working hard. Absolutely. Yes, we all do. Yes. Yeah, Brandon, I do know. So thank you for mentioning it. I do know, and I will eventually maybe add some special pre-recorded videos into the live stream where it's appropriate. Venom for Life. Good to see you in the house. And then I'm just going to have a look at something here. I often look in another window. That's why you see me staring off to the side here. So let me spin. Let's get another channel up here. The Murphy family, like I said, is a dynamic creator. They are a very much loved and well-respected member of the community that surrounds TuberChat, but they've recently started frequenting here and have been a generous as well as loyal and dedicated supporter since then. Here's Jaden Sue, and I can say much the same about Jaden. Jaden has been with TuberChat for months now and is here for pretty much every single live stream. They do some live streaming of their own. They are generous in that they swap playlists, as well as they do the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time. And they are also a gold member, which means that not only are they added to the wheel every time we start the live stream, whether they're here or not, but as well, they will have their link dropped every 30 minutes or so in the chat by our friend Nightbot. Forgive me, Fire and Air, good to see you in here. Thanks for coming in. Fire and Air's willing to swap playlists. I know that for sure. We were talking about it recently. And then for anybody that is willing to swap playlists, like I'm talking about, then you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Sorry, I am willing to swap playlists is what you say in the chat. And other creators will reach out to you right away. And you're free to make those arrangements among yourself. Oh, Coach Sherry, sorry, I think your message was held by mistake. Oh, dear. I'm just addressing something quickly in Instagram. Nothing's troublesome or anything like that. Oh dear, look at this, and there's action. As soon as I turn away and come back, Simply Royce, thank you very much for becoming a member. I really appreciate that, and not to mention a silver member. So Simply Royce, what I'm going to do is I will get you onto the wheel, or I'll just put you right on the screen. Because you've become a member right now, but as well because you're a silver member, that means that you're added to the wheel automatically at the beginning of every live stream, whether you're here or not, starting today. So, yeah, that's okay. I caught that, Kristen. It happens when we're clicking, particularly when the chat is active. It's very easy. I have accidentally banned people and stuff like that. If you can imagine, I'll tell you a funny story just for a quick second, because we could all probably use a little laugh after talking so seriously. One of the channels that I run, the host was live streaming, and one of the biggest players in that community, like a bigger YouTuber, he actually is a big YouTuber, he's got 375,000 subscribers or something, was in the chat, and my friend accidentally banned him. So then he said, and the guy's channel is called Cheap Charlie. So anyway, he goes, oh my God, I banned Cheap Charlie. That's wonderful. And then somebody else took that clip of him saying that and then tried to make a video making it look like he meant to do it maliciously and this and that. It's funny. But anyway, and it's all water under the bridge and it's fine and nothing bad happened from it or anything like that. But it was kind of amusing. But it happens all the time. So Once in a while, if you have a message that gets held, not just in TuberChat, it doesn't happen often here, but if anywhere in other live streams, you know, I always want to advise everybody, like, try to be patient, right? Moderators often have a bit of pressure, and hosts do as well when they run their live streams. Those of you who live stream know what I'm talking about. And then, so, you know, if something silly and simple just happens like that, just hang on for a quick second. And I'm sure you'll get it straightened out. So Simply Royce, let's get your channel up on the screen. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And I just want to remind everybody, you do not have to super chat or become a member to get put on the wheel. I'm going to start adding names onto the wheel right now, as a matter of fact, while we look at Simply Royce. They're so close to 900 subscribers. And there's there's some more action. I actually missed something. What did I miss? I'm so sorry. I missed sorry, I was yapping so long. It might be too late for me to go back. No, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, thank you so much for the super sticker. That is absolutely not necessary. Very much appreciated, of course, but you don't have to do that. But I do appreciate the support. I hope that you're getting value from TuberChat, meeting all the friends and family members that you like. And then, of course, the Make It Rain King Burgundy Gold fan all day, which is a recently, actually, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo and Burgundy and Gold fan all day are both previously featured channels recently on TuberChat. So thank you very much for that, Burgundy and Gold fan all day. It's extremely generous what you've been doing for the channel lately, and I do appreciate it. It's not necessary, but I appreciate it very much. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to try to catch up with myself here for a second. Forgive me, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, Abby and Gijo. I didn't mean to miss that. I can't believe I did that because I was talking so much. Luckily, you guys know me well enough now to expect that. Did I still not? Oh, I see what I did. I accidentally put Javian's Day Today on there. I just want to get... I'm going to put Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo up on the screen next, and then I'm going to put Burgundy and Gold fan all day. So like I said, I'm not going to change the way that we do the live stream. You don't have to super chat or be a member to be on the wheel. I'm going to put lots of names on the wheel any minute now, I'm sure of it. But in the case of super chats and memberships, we're just going to let people skip the line and either get onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. So thank you again very much to both of you for that. I'm so sorry that I almost missed that. Abby and Gijo, that's Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, and then Burgundy and Gold fan all day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oops, yes, you did do that. Again, and again, and again. So thank you for that. And then... my BS life, I want very badly to lie to you and tell you that I'm drinking water today. But today we're drinking Fresca. Oh, you can't see that because of the green screen. The label's mostly green. Fresca is a grapefruit flavored soda, but it's sugar-free. Which means it's good for you, right? Or does it mean that it's even worse? Yeah, see, because Abby and Gijo, because I drink so much of this nonsense that someday I got to stop, I have to keep changing flavors, as you see in the live streams, just so that it doesn't become nauseating. If you video playing, what about? Possibly, Brandon Jackson. I will keep that idea in mind. Lift, eat, 0 calories. Yeah, this stuff, I know that this does a lot worse. You know, I'll tell you guys a personal story. So I had a physical today for the first time in a long, long time. And everything's fine. I'm like always healthy, thank goodness, and this and that. The only problem is I could lose quite a bit of weight. And I'm sure my BS life is paying attention to that too. But some of you in the chat, I know, even have channels where you're working out and doing things very much in shape and this and that. And I really have some cleaning up to do. But in the meantime, I think that this diet pop, I actually started gaining weight at a more rapid pace after I switched to diet pop than I was when I used to drink Pepsi all the time. Someday I'll get out of all this stuff. But Oh, I hope I can pronounce this right. Juan Ken TV. Could that possibly be right? Juan Ken TV, thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with TuberChat, but thank you for coming in. Yes, PA monsters are for the morning. That's true. As a matter of fact, on my personal channel, when you become a member over there, just like here, we have custom emojis. On TuberChat, I made them social media icons, so it's easier for you to get people to help maybe collaborate or swap a playlist and stuff like that on Instagram, Facebook, and things like that. You can have those conversations. But on my personal channel, I made a few custom emojis, and one of them is the monster logo, but you have to type in the word breakfast to get it. So I thought that was cute and funny and everything else for those of you who know that I drink Monster for breakfast every day. I am drinking double the diet stuff. I drink way too much of this. So I'm glad everybody's having a good time. It looks like meeting new friends and family members. For those of you who are a little bit newer to TuberChat, as long as you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. So, you know what? As a matter of fact, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, you know what I did? I went through a couple of your videos to finally make sure. Now, I knew the spelling of Gijo's name, but I had to wait until I could find the video where you described exactly your names, and you did finally. You did say I'm Abby and I am Gijo, and I was happy so that I would not mispronounce that. Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing it, but I just went through that. Yeah. Monster and 5 Hour Energy together would be just vicious for me. And then Nisha James, good to see you. Venom for Life. Yeah, hopefully everybody is doing well. Hopefully yourself as well. Van Life with Gina, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. It's quite a party in TuberChat today. Venom for Life, I'm always good. Living the dream. So, yeah, if... Oh, gosh. Burgundy and Gold fan all day has done it again. Oops. They did it again. That's not necessary, though, Burgundy and Gold fan all day. I don't want to, of course I appreciate it very muchly so, but it's not necessary. Burgundy and Gold fan all day has super chatted us once again. So I still want to leave Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo up here because they are a member and they have been a loyal and dedicated supporter. I think you have been to every single TuberChat live stream since finding us a few weeks ago, but immediately so much that they became a featured channel for us. Look, here's also red lines. No, because so the full red lines are because we swapped playlists. So Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo is willing to swap playlists for anybody that wants to do that in the chat. And then as well, all these short lines are me looking through the intros of your videos. I hope that I'm not embarrassing myself, but it's I just wanted to make sure. But I appreciate everything that you guys have been doing for the channel. Even just by being here and growing your channel is exactly what I need, and I appreciate it. So hopefully you're getting everything that you need out of TuberChat. And I am Chupsy. Thanks for coming in. Welcome to TuberChat. I think this is your first time here with us, and forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you are feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. This is not a sub for sub network. However, everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel after you subscribe to their channel. And it's a pretty simple process that we use here. If you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and take your time and meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Specifically, the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat of any kind. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name, And that lets them know that you've secured the connection the right way. And then you could say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily. And then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Yeah, thank you, Brandon Jackson. Yes, so sometimes when I'm watching videos, lots of you are familiar with TuberChat now. Forgive me for those of you who are a little bit newer, but you see what I do with new creators. So when I have a new connection, I add them into my watch later list, and then in the next 24 hours, I go through that watch later list and I watch all those videos. I comment, I subscribe to the creators to make sure I'm following the procedure the right way. Sometimes, if I'm really pressed for time, I will let the watch later list run and then go back and hit comments if I absolutely have to. I try to watch it while I do other work and this and that. And when that happens, then you might find creators where the red lines are just short because I've gone through the whole video, it's run, but when you go back, the red line is kind of indicating that you only watched a few seconds of it. That's from going back. Conversely, sometimes if I'm pressed for time, I will go through and do all the comments, all the subscriptions, all the likes all at the same time, then go back and let the playlist run if I absolutely have to. And then you end up with full red lines. So you're right, Brandon. And then I am Chupsy. Everybody wants to bake. The difference here in TuberChat, it's a little bit different than some other growth streams. The object here is to go first. So you must visit a creator, watch their video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. So you must always go first. We're a community of loyal and dedicated supporters here at TuberChat, but we believe wholeheartedly in the idea that you must give in order to eventually receive, and you must be willing to give much more than you expect to receive, as a matter of fact. And live to eat, yes, the red line is not at all accurate. And there you go. Jaden Sue is reaching out. Anybody that wants to swap playlists can just simply say, I'm willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you for the purpose of doing that. And then I am Chupsy. That's the way that we do things here. So the problem is first of all, we don't allow self-promotion. So if you say, come and bake with me, guys, we'll end up hiding those messages. But if you are relying on other people to come to you, you may not get the value out of TuberChat that you're hoping for. We always go first here. Bobsy's World, good to see you. And Mr. Joshi, you almost slipped by me there, but I did see you come in, so thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. I didn't even see that Kira actually came in. Kira, my BFF forever, is in the house. Let me get you on the wheel right away. I often make our moderators wait the whole time. We'll put you in there. Kristen's already there. I'm going to add some names to the wheel. This is Burgundy and Gold Fan All Day. This is a channel that is also, they've actually been with TuberChat for months. And they've been in and out for a long time. And then recently started coming back and kind of heavy hitting with TuberChat again. And I appreciate that. So they are a recently featured channel as well. Jump the Fat is willing to swap playlists as well. There are lots and lots of creators in the chat willing to swap playlists. Fire and Air, of course, like I said, is willing to swap playlists. And thank you, Bobsy's World. Hopefully you're doing well today. Thank you, PA, for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's asked me a question or I've missed something, I certainly don't mean to. And then Smiley's World, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm really glad that you're here and hope that you're getting everything out of TuberChat that you are here for. So I did promise I was going to add some names to the wheel, so I'm going to do it right this second before we spin. Cozy Relaxation is willing to swap playlists as well. And Designs by CAD Pro. Did I miss something? On your participants list, it doesn't. I wonder what you mean. Venom for life. I'm going to have to get some shades, eh? On participant list, it only the host for me. Let me show you my other window here. When I click on the participant list here, I see everybody who's active in the chat. Sometimes you disappear from the participant list for a quick second if you're out watching other videos or you haven't actually left a comment in a few minutes. And then thank you, Jump the Fat, for your kind words. McCoy Fam Channel's willing to swap playlists. 12 Veils is in the house. Good to see you in here. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. And hopefully everybody's having a good time. So I am adding names to the wheel. I promise. I'm doing it right now. Cedrine Waite. Now, the way that the wheel works, for those of you who are a little bit newer to TuberChat, it takes a while to get on the wheel. I have a robot that helps me determine how, not just how long you are here, but how active you are in the chat as well, meeting new friends and family members. After about half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes even longer, you finally get on the wheel. The wheel is completely random, of course. When I spin the wheel, your name will come up. And when it does, if you're still here, then I put your channel up on the screen and we talk about it for a moment if that's what you would like. Yeah, Bobsy's World. We talked about that actually in the beginning of the stream today. So, not that I always want to be telling people go back and watch replays and this and that, but on today's live stream, if you wanted to go back and check out just the first 5-10 minutes, you'll hear me explain exactly why that happened. It's not just you. It happened to everybody. We all lost watch hours. We all lost subscribers today, some more than others. Even me personally, I lost 10 each on 2 different channels approximately. It happens often, unfortunately, and we just keep pressing on. So, and now I will spin. Thank you one more time, Burgundy and Gold Fan All Day, for your generous super chat. Again, I just want to remind everybody you do not have to super chat or be a member to be added onto the wheel. Caffeine Queen is in the house. Good to see you here. And then Jump the Fat. So what you do to get people to swap playlists with you, first of all, is simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. And then you'll likely find other creators reaching out to you for the purpose of doing that. You're free to make those arrangements however you'd like. It's probably easiest to connect on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have a conversation. And I love the idea of swapping playlists. The reason I push it so much on TuberChat is because you are trading favors with another creator. Once you've collaborated, a friendship can start and hopefully flourish. You'll find yourself being favored by that creator, and you'll probably find yourself favoring them since they've helped you as well. So I love it, but you can do that as well. And then there you go. Yeah, Venom for Life 21 disappeared. I don't remember how much I had disappear on the live stream that I showed when I talked about this a couple months ago, but it was much more. And then the Bell Sisters, good to see you here. So what happens here in TuberChat is everybody is willing to exchange gifts. I'm assuming that that's what you're meaning, like we bake or leave packages or visit each other's houses. We don't say subscribe and all that stuff, right? Everybody's willing to. So the object here, though, is that you go first. So everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, but they are expecting you to subscribe first. You must make the first move here. If you take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and you can follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you will have new friends and family members in no time. Does YouTube recognize a long playlist swap, or around 5 hours better? Doesn't matter. I've been swapping playlists of all sizes with people for months. You should swap with Zelda Master John and see what it's like to run a playlist that's 4 or 5 days long. But that seems to work. So as long as you're logged in, and I know we've talked about it, but I don't do things like clear my cache or clear my watch history. I am always logged in. I have several accounts, but those of you who know me well enough understand that that's the case. So I am always logged in. I am always running legitimately. But as far as I can see, the hours always count for that reason. I don't think the length of a playlist matters, but videos are better than live streams, although I have no proof of that. It's just what we say. It's just what we do. My BS life swapped with Zelda Master John. If you guys want a challenge, so Zelda Master John is willing to swap playlists, and I'm sure he's willing to accept a fair trade of any kind. But for those of you who have the ability, like an extra device or something, if you don't mind running longer playlists for other creators than they are running for you, then Zelda Master John has an extremely long playlist. And then so jump the fat. What I'm particularly saying, I never want to recommend to anybody to be logged out when you're swapping playlists for the purpose of watch hours. I always recommend that everybody be logged in. We do things legitimately. So forgive me, the Bell Sisters. I just hid your message, but it's because we don't do any self-promotion here. Let me add my little banner here. So we don't do any self-promotion. We can't say check me out or visit my channel or watch my videos or new video alert or any of that stuff. The object here is to meet new subscribers for your channel, true, loyal, and dedicated supporters. If that's the case and that's what happens for you, you will find yourself having lots of people come and visiting your channel anyway. It's just in TuberChat, we insist on that method. We believe wholeheartedly that you must be willing to give much more than you expect to receive. But I promise you, if you can do that and be okay with it, you will get much more out of TuberChat and YouTube than you wanted in the first place. Expressways, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not remembering if you've been here before in TuberChat. I feel like I recognize your channel, but perhaps we connected outside. If I'm wrong about that, and we don't do any links here, the Bell Sisters, no links, no moderators. Expressways, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so you can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. TuberChat is not a sub for sub network. We are a loyal and dedicated community of true supporters. However, in TuberChat, the object is to make the first move. So please don't be shy. You reach out to other creators, watch their video, give them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, then come back here and let them know that you've done that. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So Brandon Jackson, it's when I am live streaming, I do not watch any videos typically, except for today, and I don't run any playlists. I pause everything, but that's because I need my internet connection more than anything. While I'm working all day on the computer, I typically will be watching a live stream at all times. I try to support as many creators as I can while I watch videos in another window on the same account, both logged in, because on a computer, the truth is YouTube understands you could be doing that and paying attention to both things. It's almost like watching television and listening to the radio at the same time. You can do it. Not everybody can understand it, but it can be done. Or listening to music and reading a book at the same time might be a little bit more easy to understand, but you can. So it's possible, but I wouldn't try doing too much because it may not count. Gutty Liano's channel. My vision is starting to deteriorate. You shared the live, and thank you very much. And you have some friends in the house. That's great. Thank you so much. That is exactly what helps TuberChat to grow. So any of you that have the ability, whether you have a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any of those things, I really do appreciate it, and it really does help the stream, helps us reach more people. Oh, where did you go? Where did you go? Yeah, the Bell Sisters, I really don't know what to do. Somebody just came in and I missed them because the chat is moving a little quicker than I was expecting. I was just about to welcome somebody. Social couplepreneurs in the house, and Angie in real life. Yes, of course. You just came in. You slipped by me. We're moving quick here today. Thank you so much for coming in. Angie in real life is a very much loved and well-respected member of the community. That's somebody who I have been connected to for months and months on both my personal channel and here on TuberChat. Yes, Venom for Life. I hope everybody is having fun. hopefully that's one of the things that I really wish. I mean, we're here to grow our channels. We're here to meet new creators. That's the object. But hopefully it's fun for everybody, and hopefully everybody has a good time while they're here. I know I tend to be serious most of the time. And Kareen's life came from Mr. and Mrs. Annabello. I didn't know that. So thank you very much. Thank you to Abby and Gijo for inviting Kareen's life. And thank you for giving TuberChat a chance and having a look. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members. And thank you, Kristen, for welcoming the Bell Sisters. So the Bell Sisters, the object in TuberChat is to go first. You want to reach out to other creators, subscribe to their channels, give them comments, watch their video, and then come back here and let them know you've done that, and then they will do the same for you. Pardon me for one quick second here. This is just Vlogging Life. This is a gold member with 199 subscribers. I'm hoping, see, I bet you they were at 200 before they came in today. I'm hoping that and those of you who have not already connected with them will connect so that, first of all, we can get them over that 200 that must be on their mind right now. And Michael's Adventures, yes, invites people all the time. So thank you very much. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Yes, the views are doing great. Thank you. We had one day that somebody sent a robot over, and it turned out, when I asked a bunch of my friends and this and that, it turned out I think it was somebody who's actually a friend that sent it over, because we were talking about monetization that day, and they meant to be doing good, but they didn't understand. I don't want that. I don't want any of that stuff. So when you said right now your views are doing well, I said, oh no, because I had to go and look and see if that happened again. I hope that never happens again. But thank you, Smiley's World, for mentioning it. Christina Trammell, good to see you in the house. And then, yeah, we don't do any links here, but thank you, Jaden. The only ones who have links, as a matter of fact, just Vlogging Life and Jaden Sue will have their links dropped every 30 minutes because they are gold members. By Nightbot. Where is Nightbot? Hasn't been around in a while. He'll be back soon. Oh yes, and then only if we have a hard time finding a creator. So the other thing too, just to remind everybody, it's not that much of a big deal, but excuse me, pardon me, when you are in other live streams similar to TuberChat as well, we always limit our emojis to 2 or less. As well, we always want to spell our numbers. So if we're, sometimes we're talking about numbers, sometimes we're talking about subscribers and stuff like that. There's Nightbot right now, as a matter of fact. Then when we talk about numbers, we spell them. So in the case of just Vlogging Life, as much as it's a mouthful to say and type out, we type out the words 199. My BS Life might swap with Jaden now, which is great. Simply Royce. I didn't have your channel on the wheel already, did I? What did I do with Simply Royce? We already looked at you, yes, because you became a member. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything there. Oh dear. Okay, Venom for Life. Thank you very much for hanging out. Mr. B and I, thanks for coming in the house. Cozy Relaxation, let's get you up on the screen. Cozy Relaxation is willing to swap playlists. I have swapped with them already twice, as a matter of fact. So if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists, just like Brandon Jackson was just saying, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements, of course. And the Bell Sisters, yes, hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members. Oh, did I look at Cozy Relaxation already or no? Maybe. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I see the red lines and I feel like we might have looked at it. No, because we just swapped, like I said, again. Yeah, A Poet Unleashed. It's unfortunate, but in the beginning of today's live stream, I kind of talked about that for 5 or 10 minutes. YouTube purged over this weekend. A lot of people lost a lot of watch hours, as well as today specifically lost a lot of subscribers, myself included. I lost 10 each on 2 different channels, and I haven't even been aggressively growing lately. So it's unfortunate. Nate TV, hopefully you're doing good. Romaine General, good to see you back. And then thank you, my BS Life, for the kind words. And then Designs by CAD Pro. Yeah, it's something else. You know, these steps back are very unfortunate, but, you know, we just keep going. You're going to get there, I promise. And then Jaden Sue, your link was just dropped by Nightbot like moments ago. I just saw it. Why is Nightbot doing that so often? There it is again. Or is something wrong with my chat? And then Jump the Fat. The best idea is always just to simply say the same thing. I am willing to swap playlists. That way everybody will see it quickly. Yeah, so forgive me, A Poet Unleashed. It's YouTube glitching. It's not necessarily your fault or anybody else's fault. And what I did today was I pointed out, I did a live stream on my personal channel just a couple of months ago when we went through the same thing. And I just wanted to show everybody, see, like, this happens often, unfortunately, just to try to ease everybody's mind. So even if you wanted to just check the first 5 minutes of today's live stream or 10 minutes or so, you'll catch me talking about it. Oh, that's true too, Nisha James. So one thing that can help, of course, might be, you know, anything you could do to lock in a subscription is great, including giving the thumbs up. That's why I talk about that so much as well. But putting the bell on would help, of course. When we started TuberChat, I wasn't putting everybody's bell on. And lately what I've been doing is when I first connect with a creator on TuberChat, I just connect with them. Then the next time that they come to a TuberChat live stream, then I put the bell on. So I'm trying to put the bells on for every creator now. And then Christina Trammell, hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members. And then okay, so Brandon, I wonder if an idea might be just to keep a notepad beside you or something like that, because if you're making arrangements to swap playlists with people, you absolutely must do it. People will get very upset if you don't and may not be as understanding as we all wish. And then hopefully, yeah, well, you know, hopefully everybody puts the bell on for TuberChat as well. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. As a matter of fact, so I should thank everybody, because the truth is, if we look at the analytics, next time we go in the analytics, if I remember, or if anybody wants me to look at it, one of these days we'll go through when we're talking about turning the bell on and things like that. TuberChat has an unbelievably high number of bells on. So we are over the top for bells being on and over the top for people having bells on and notifications. Oh, so Jump the Fat, I'm just going to ask you for a favor. Do me a favor. Just please make the arrangements one by one with everybody. Intact with your fam. Hit all the bells. Watch their videos. Don't even know. Don't get to comment. Yeah. So that's a good idea, Nisha James. So I truly believe wholeheartedly that if you are willing to give much more than you expect to receive, you will end up getting more than you wanted in the first place in the long term, not right away, but in the long term. So not that it matters, but as an example, I recently bought a brand new laptop. Now I got a great deal on it and this and that, whatever, right? But it's for running playlists for people. Now, I already knew that my personal channel and TuberChat were going to be monetized within the next month or two, but I intend on continuing to run playlists for people ongoing, potentially forever. So I have a dedicated machine on which I can run as many playlists as I want with many different accounts logged in at the same time. So anyway, that's just talking about the idea. I, don't expect 6 people a day to be running playlists for me, but most of the people that you make the arrangements with hopefully will. And that will Smiley's World, thank you. You make me smile, Smiley's World. Probably you do that for everybody. I'll bet you when everybody sees the name Smiley's World, they can't help but smile for a quick second. Very good, Brandon Jackson. Very good. Oh, Jump the Fat. It's no big deal. Forgive me. I like when I'm here live streaming, I certainly don't mean to ever sound harsh or anything like that. It's most of the stuff that we talk about is really not that much of a big deal, but where possible, it's always best to make the arrangements one by one. The reason why is because as you see more and more of TuberChat and you hear the different stories that I tell and the different things that I say, you'll realize more and more how much I push the idea of creators getting together one by one to hopefully become friends. And I mean true friends. And the reason why is because imagine, I say this all the time and I say it the same way, but imagine a world where you have 100 true friends on YouTube that are looking forward to your new videos, that really want to see you succeed, that always come through for giving you likes and comments every time you post a new video or go live or put out a premiere. I know we need 1,000 subscribers, but I'm talking about 100 true friends that every time you put something out, pretty much you're going to get 100 views to get that video started within the first 24 to 48 hours. What a wonderful world it would be, and how strong and solid would your channel be if that was the case. So that's why I push so much on all these different things like swapping playlists and feature channels, collaborations, and everything else, because once you've traded favors with another creator, there's an opportunity for a friendship to start and hopefully flourish. I am unbelievably blessed by having many different creators now reach out to me on Instagram and Facebook. And I love this stuff. I can talk about it for 24 hours a day. It never stops for me. So luckily, we're able to have conversations and then share all of our knowledge so that we can all get better and better. Anyway, forgive my long speech. So this is Eve Belize, another member, but somebody who is also a dynamic creator, and I talk about their channel all the time because they're here with us all the time as well. They are willing to swap playlists. I know this right now because they're willing to swap playlists with people at this moment, of course. And then for anybody that does want to swap playlists, you could simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you. You're free to make those arrangements independently. And then thank you, DIY Sleeping Quarters. Just My Opinions is back in the house. Nate TV is willing to swap playlists. Sandrine Waite was they were one of the first channels to come into TuberChat today. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder always shares. Thank you so much. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder has 2 channels. That's a perfect example of somebody who comes in with 2 different channels, but treats them both perfectly differently, right? So it's very obvious that they're both Kid Wonder's channels, but he is meeting creators and growing authentically with both. So it's always a pleasure having Kid Wonder in the house with both channels, of course. Crystal Renee, I didn't get you on the wheel. Forgive me. I may have not even welcome. I don't know how long you've been here. Forgive me for that. Crystal Renee is another member. So I'm going to get them on the wheel right away now that I've seen you. Forgive me, it's just now that there's a few members, I think I just probably skipped over the green color for a moment. But it's always great having Crystal Renee in the house. Crystal Renee actually, I think, is our first member ever. So, went live on your channel today. Tried going live on YouTube, Facebook page, and Twitch. And test. Oh, yeah, you can restream out to these other platforms, and I'm sure that there is a lot of benefit that different creators can have. You just have to decide what you think is the benefit that you'll get, and then try to execute in a way that allows for that. So yeah, if you can stream on Facebook and tell everybody to come over to YouTube where you're really getting the benefit, then that's great, because some of the people will. At the same time, you just have to really consider those ideas. I happen to not restream on Twitch and Facebook, even though it's possible. And I'm sure there's other things that people can do. But TuberChat is meant to be very, very focused, so I don't experiment with that just yet. Maybe I will. Designs by CAD Pro, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate all the time that you spend, so thank you again. And hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Oh, Jenny O'Brien, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. Have a good night, and hopefully see you again next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and or Monday. Just My Opinions is willing to swap playlists. Smiley's World, thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon. Convinced the weekend was a purge weekend. Yes, Nisha James, we're actually talking about that for the first about 10 minutes of today's live stream, where we're talking about everybody losing subscribers. So I lost 10 each on 2 different channels today, or somewhere thereabout. Lots of different creators, lots of... Oh, Smiley's World. Smiley's World was saying goodbye to the people who are heading out for the night, but wasn't actually heading out for the night. That's funny. Okay, thank you again. Thank you for everybody who has been meeting new friends and family members today. Sandrine Waite is getting close to that 600 subscribers, so hopefully we are pushing you a little bit forward today. A little bit closer to that milestone. They always feel good. And then the topic of the day today, I recently added that this weekend as an idea. Hopefully everybody will engage the question and let us know what is the topic of the next video you plan to post. Here's Jenny O'Brien. I know she's heading out, but she is a generous supporter, obviously a member. And so we'll just have her look at her channel for a quick second. She did manage to get the 2,000 subscribers, and very luckily through this purge managed to hang on to it. So that's great stuff. Grant is lazy at life. That's an interesting name, but yeah, we all lost some bananas today. And then purge. What do you mean? No, it means that what YouTube does, the algorithm goes through and removes a lot of what it thinks are invalid views or watch time or subscribers. And yeah, Grant is lazy at life. We just actually welcome to TuberChat. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. You can meet as many people as you'd like. You can get as many bananas as you'd like. The object here, though, is to go first. Everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, but after you subscribe to their channel. So you do all the things you do in these other growth streams, but here you must go first. We were talking today in the first 10 minutes of the live stream about that very fact that we all lost some subscribers. Lots of people lost watch hours. And sorry, your message was held because we don't do self-promotion, but also because we don't use numbers. So when you're going to use a number, just please spell out the words. And that goes for like all growth streams like this, any other live streams like this. Yeah, Anisha James, it happens all the time. And then Grant is lazy at life. We just hid one message on you because we just don't do self-promotion, but also with numbers. You want to spell those numbers out. That's all. But you're still good. Okay, thank you, Cozy Relaxation. Yeah, that's okay. Brandon Jackson. TuberChat has been very lucky because everybody is extremely respectful here in the chat. So we've been able to get through, a few different things that people may not want to do in other growth streams, but TuberChat has not had any trouble with that yet, knock on wood, of course. So I'm not too worried about it. I appreciate the thought, but yeah, you don't have to worry about that. If it's not in the banned words list, I'm not worried about it yet. And if something comes up, I will change it. And then the only other thing is that we always want to limit our emojis to 2 or less. So specifically, for those of you who are newer to TuberChat, the way that we connect with people here is to leave a single emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. You can pick anybody in the chat that you like, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms, and then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video that you watch. And it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them, of course, and leave a double emoji next to their name here in the chat of any kind. And that lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then just say something about the video that you watch so that they can find your comment easily and quickly, and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. There's MSK Family Vlogs, another channel that's been back with TuberChat again and again since finding us a few weeks ago. I think they've been here for every live stream since finding us. So thank you very much for that. Jump the Fat is willing to swap playlists. So if anybody wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can reach out. Poet Unleashed says their next post is poetry. That's great. Yeah, Kid Wonder, the purge happened with you too. Yeah, it was all weekend. I should have known it was coming, to be honest with you, because all weekend people were kind of messaging me just one by one, but saying, I'm losing hours, I'm losing hours, I'm losing hours. Now I'm thinking, yeah, we're all always losing hours. I didn't realize it was so drastic because I'm really not watching my hours anymore. Both my channels are monetized, so it slipped by me. But then today, I got a couple messages about losing subscribers, but I lost 10 each on 2 different channels. When I left the house today, I had a certain number. When I came back tonight, I know it was less. And I was like, oh, here we go again. We just did this a couple of months ago. Okay, thank you, Brandon Jackson. I might think about taking that one out, but we're okay for now. We haven't had any trouble yet. I haven't had any warnings or anything like that. Let me spin. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster because I've been really taking my time today. Kira Walton, my BFF forever. So she is always in the chat as a moderator. This is Kristen Walton's daughter. And at some point in every live stream, I always recognize our moderators. It's funny, when we search for Kira Walton, Georgia Bulldogs comes up. It's Monday. So Kira has a dynamic channel. It's very much her own thing. She's doing her own stuff. She's got some flight lessons, some unboxing videos, and a lot of video game live streaming, including one that she did with Kristen Walton, who's in the chat, her mother, playing Street Fighter. So that's interesting. And hopefully everybody will connect with Kira who hasn't already. 400 on an exchange. 400 hours? Are you talking about? I hope you're not talking about subscribers, but losing 400 hours, I'm assuming that you're saying? Yeah, YouTube purges all the time. And, you know, I say a lot of things all the time that you hear me say over and over and over again. So I repeat. And one of those things is that, you know, we're always taking 2 steps forward, but we end up taking 1 step back. And it's the nature of the beast. That's the platform we're on. We've seen it before. We're going to see it again. There's a lot of things that are not clearly explained by YouTube because they don't want us taking advantage of the situation. Sub for sub behavior is very clearly laid out as forbidden in the YouTube community guidelines. So what we're doing here is so close to what they may consider that we have to be careful. And that's why we go through our procedure. That's why I focus so much on loyal and dedicated supporters. It's true. It all works. And hopefully everybody's benefiting from that. 400 minutes. Okay, I see. I was hoping not 400 hours. So 400 minutes is still hard to swallow, but that's something else. Yeah, Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. Kid Wonder's willing to swap playlists, of course, but as well lost about 12. Doesn't matter how many it is. It's always upsetting to see that happen. We'll see what we can do, Brandon. I love the idea. I tend to be as busy probably as everybody else, working day and night, it seems. Now, I love what I'm doing here, but I do other things during the week. That's why TuberChat is not on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I do other stuff there too. So, I'm never on live chat here. And then Kid Wonder, yeah, Kristen will facilitate for Kira. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Let me see if I can add another name. I hope Designs by CAD Pro is still here. Jump the Fat. They thought they said they were taken off a while ago. As long as you've done your part, I'm sure they'll get back to you if they did happen to head out. So as a coincidence here, we're going to look at Kristen Walton. This is Kira's mother. She happens to be a moderator on the channel, of course, as well as a member. This is my love. Kristen, Kira, and I all live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. Miss Shana, always good to see you. Thanks for coming in. It's never late. Never late. I appreciate every moment that everybody can spend, especially Miss Shana is a previously featured channel, but she's a loyal and dedicated supporter. As a matter of fact, you'll see, where's Kristen's video here? This 40 question challenge is a 2-part video that Kristen and Miss Shana did together. So you have that to look forward to as well. And then, of course, Kristen does the featured channels collaboration. I talk about this all the time. This is another collaboration that everybody can do that really helps your channel move. And the reason why is because when you feature channels on your front page like this, you are saying to your audience and the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for any channel that's willing to do it. And then if anybody in the chat has featured TuberChat or my personal channel on their front page, please just make sure that I know so that I don't, so that I return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Pardon me for 1 second while I spin the wheel. And we'll get another channel up here right away. Here's in Rachel's place. There's another member. Oh, Simply Royce. Okay. Simply Royce has put TuberChat on their front page. So we will go through that tutorial in a moment as well. So here's in Rachel's place. This is another dedicated and loyal supporter, a dynamic creator, happens to be a member now, but also is generous in that they do swap playlists with other creators, and they do the feature channels collaboration. So there is, with over 1,000 subscribers, there's some to be learned from in Rachel's Place as well. Oh, just vlogging life. I'm gonna do the I'll do the tutorial right now. As a matter of fact, I'll do it right after another moment here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave you within Rachel's Place for a moment. I'm gonna get you to just to pardon me. I'm gonna step away. I'll be right back. And when I come back, I'm going to get Simply Royce, and we're gonna put you. We're gonna do the feature channels collaboration. I'll find you here in my chat. I'm always looking in another window. So I'm just putting you back on the wheel as a placeholder. So I'm, if it wants to copy and paste properly, so that I don't lose my place in what I'm talking about. And then I will step away and I'll be right back. So pardon me and thank you. Okay, pardon me for that. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, no, we're not spinning the wheel yet. That's exactly why I put Simply Royce on the thing and said I was going to have a placeholder. Domo and Nini, thank you for coming back in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then, okay, so I think we're good. Oh, Metrosonic's in the house. 14 years on YouTube. Metrosonic, it's always a pleasure having you in here. And so, yes, Simply Royce. Let's do this. So we're going to look at Simply Royce's channel for a quick second. I'm going to show you how we do the feature channels collaboration. There it is right there. Oh, did we not do it already? Or did you just do it now? So, pardon me. Simply Royce has featured channels on their front page. I'm going to show you how to do that. First thing I got to do is get her URL for her channel. So I'm just going to copy it out of the address bar. This is not easy to do with a phone or a tablet right now. You have to do it with a computer, basically. But All we do, it's very simple. We go to our channel, logged in, and then we go on customize channel. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So my internet connection just is slow while I'm live streaming like this. So all we do is go over here to our featured channels module, it's called, and I'm going to click the little pen to edit it, and I'm going to click edit module. So what happens here, you can change the name, featured channels, but I leave it because I do this tutorial all the time. And I'm going to paste in the URL of Simply Royce's channel. Now, anytime you're sharing your URL on the internet, you want to add this little piece of code to it. So you add a question mark if it's not already there, and then you add the word sub_confirmation equals 1. And what that does is if somebody has come to your channel for the first time from this link, then they will be presented with a window that asks them if they want to subscribe right away. And what it does is entices more subscriptions, because otherwise they might have come to your channel, started watching a video, and then forgot to subscribe, and we don't want that. You must click this shuffle feature if you have more than 10 channels in the featured channels panel. And the reason why is because YouTube's only going to show 10 at a time. TuberChat is featured on more than 50 channels now. And what will happen is every time somebody hits the page, YouTube will randomly show another evenly selected group of 10 channels. So when you see the channels that are there right now, and when I refresh the page, those 10 channels will change. Oh, A Poet Unleashed has done it as well. Oh, thank you very much, Brandon, for reminding me. Yes. I often forget to put the camera on. Sometimes I forget to put the microphone on. That's the most fun. And then I talk for 5 minutes, and then I realize that I haven't been there. Usually, Kristen is in the house with me. I'm out right now somewhere else, so I'm doing the broadcast elsewhere. But sometimes Kristen will come in and remind me. A Poet Unleashed. I'm just going to put you on the wheel right now so I can remember. And then when we get to your channel, I will do the feature channels collaboration with you as well. Let's spin and see what's happening. Jaden Sue is paying attention because he knows that Kristen Welton is going to be monetized soon. And there's Designs by CAD Pro. Now, I know they already left, and I usually don't put channels on the screen if they're already gone, but Designs by CAD Pro is with us all the time and spends quite an amount of time here on TuberChat. So I'm just going to leave them there for a minute. I'll move on quickly, but I'll just give them a moment. If anybody hasn't connected with them, they are a dynamic creator. They are willing to swap playlists as well as do the featured channels collaboration. And they've been back with TuberChat again and again since finding us just a few short weeks ago. And then, Metrosonic, I would have featured you on the day if I could have, but you hit your 14th anniversary, your 14-year anniversary, I think, on a Wednesday. And TuberChat is only ever on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So, yeah, I featured you at the first available opportunity that I had not already had another channel scheduled. But either way, I'll be looking forward to your 15th anniversary next year as well. And then, so this is Designs by CAD Pro. Let me spin. I'll get another channel up. Maybe I'll add some more names in a moment. Crystal Renee, another member, is here. We'll have a look at your channel and see what you got going on for us today. They have also got TuberChat on their featured channels collaboration. They're well over 100 subscribers now, so I hope you didn't lose too many. But You're still solidly well over the 100. Hopefully we're pushing you a little bit farther today so you can get closer to the oh dear, so you can get closer to the 200 that must be on your mind. Grandma Faye LME is in the house with a Shay's Journey raid. That's interesting. Shay's Journey is another very much loved and well-respected channel around here at tuberchat. And that's wonderful. So thank you, Grandma Faye LME, for coming in, and thank you for mentioning it. The triplet family's here from Shay's Journey as well. So thank you for coming in also. And I will put, as soon as Shay's Journey comes in, if they do, we'll put them on the screen right away. Card 1980, 5V. Oh, Cardi 985V. Maybe that's it. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. The Moody Artist is here also from Shay's Journey. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. I know you're new to tuberchat, but we have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Jasmir is here from Shay's Journey. Shen Zen Zen, I thought you were live right now. Shen Zen Zen is celebrating a birthday right this second. Just being Shay. Shay, thanks for coming in from Shay's Journey. My goodness, that's quite a raid. I really appreciate everybody coming in. For those of you who are newer to tuberchat, you're free to meet as many friends and family members as you'd like to in the chat. Everybody's willing to connect. The way that we do things here at tuberchat is you make the first move, reach out to any creator that you'd like to, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. The Moody Artist, thank you so much for the thumbs up and the share. It's Shay's Journey's birthday as well, really. So Shen Zen Zen and Shay's Journey both have birthdays going on right this minute. Crystal Renee, thank you for welcoming the Raiders. And then, my goodness, thank you so much for having everybody come in. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Shen Zen Zen up on the screen first right now because I know it's her birthday. I thought you were on right now. Did you stream and you're already off, or was I mistaken? Oh, you just did. You just did either a video or a stream right there. So thank you, Shen Zen Zen, for coming in. Happy birthday to you. I hope everybody will join me in wishing Shen Zen Zen a happy birthday, as well as Shay's Journey. Hopefully they come in. Sometimes people raid you and then they don't come along because they're done for the day or night or whatever you want to call it. But thank you so much. Oh, Shay's Journey is in the house. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. And you had a good handful of people come over here too, which is fantastic. I really appreciate it. So you must have had a great live stream going on. So I really appreciate that. Happy birthday to you as well. You guys are birthday twins. That's fantastic. So thank you for coming in. And I hope everybody will join me in welcoming Shay's Journey and all of Shay's Journey's raiders that have come to tuberchat, especially for the first time. We've got some familiar faces in the house as well. And in a moment, I'll get Shay's Journey up on the screen. But hopefully everybody will connect to Shen Jen Jen Jamaican Vibes if you haven't already. As you can see, she does the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time. She's willing to swap playlists and is a dynamic creator that is also generous. It's good to have Jasmir in the house. Jaden Sue is going to celebrate with everybody. Of course, Jaden Sue knows everybody in the community. Jaden Sue is a very much loved and well-respected member in the community as well. Your Wi-Fi is acting up. Yeah, it happens to all of us. Happens to me too. I'm hoping we hold ourselves together. I'm doing things differently today. Not that anybody would otherwise know that. And forgive me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Shay's Journey up here. And we've got a couple of birthday twins here. Shay's Journey, thank you so much for the raid. And Shen Zen Zen, thank you so much for coming in, especially when you've got your birthday going on at this moment. It's a pleasure to have you here always. There's Shay's Journey right there. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope everybody who hasn't already connected with them will do so. They've got well over 1,000 subscribers, well on their way towards 2,000. So there's obviously much to be learned from them as well. And Shay's Journey, that's Absolutely not necessary, but very much appreciated. Thank you so much again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Luckily, we've got you on the screen. Otherwise, I would have put you up right away for that. But thank you very much. Thank you again. And hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. The specific way that we connect here at TuberChat, just so that it makes it easier on everybody, especially those of you who are a little bit newer, we leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat of any kind that lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of full sentences long so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured the connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily and quickly. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Just so you know, for those of you who've just come in, both my familiar faces and those of you who are newer to TuberChat, over this weekend there was a big YouTube purge. Lots of people were losing lots of hours, probably lots of views, and lots of subscribers today. Even myself, I lost 10 subscribers each on 2 different channels. And it's always disheartening to see that, but there's lots of reason for it. And today in the live stream, I went over the reasons why this happens. It's likely not your fault. It's probably not anybody's fault. YouTube just purges from time to time. But if you wanted to go back and watch the first 5 to 10 minutes of today's live stream, I explain exactly what's going on so you don't have to worry about it. And hopefully you can prevent as much as possible for the future. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. It's great to see the triplet family in the house. Yeah, Poet Unleashed. Forgive me. I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to, so many things I say in TuberChat, I repeat again and again, but I left that there. That's why, actually the last time this happened, that's why I made that other live stream on my personal channel so that I could go back and reference it. And I watched a few minutes of it today right before we started. And I said, yeah, I'm actually going to run that video just so that we can see, yes, this exact thing happened only months ago. And I was even saying then, we've seen it before and we're going to see it again. But it's really to ease everybody's mind. We're still going to push on. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, as long as you're trying to improve as you go along, success is guaranteed on YouTube. That's why I'm here, because we found something magical where everybody can truly thrive together. And every bit of work that we do today helps the work we did yesterday and the work we're going to do tomorrow. So I love this stuff. And thank you, Kid Wonder, for welcoming the Raiders as well. And Brandon Jackson is working on a playlist right now, so that's great. Yeah, if anybody's looking for a package from Mishana, for sure you're going to see it. I know that. Mishana's been very much loved and well-respected member of the TuberChat community for quite some time now. And then, yes, absolutely, Metrosonic. Turning the bell on can help. If we do everything we can to try to secure our connections, then that's great. You can't expect everybody to put bells on for every creator. When I started TuberChat, I was not putting bells on for everybody, but now I do. So when your channel comes up on the screen, if it's a brand new connection, I just subscribe afterwards. And then the next time you come up on the screen, I turn the bell on. So now I've got the bell on for most creators, and eventually it might be all. Absolutely, yes, Metrosonic. Anybody who, like yourself, who might have been on YouTube for that long, Metrosonic is the longest standing YouTuber that I know personally. So being on YouTube for 14 years means there's much to be learned from a creator like that, because you've seen lots of different changes, lots of different purges, and then hopefully that can ease people's minds as well. Thank you very much, the Triplet family, for sharing. It always helps the stream. Every interaction, especially those thumbs up, it always helps push TuberChat a little bit farther into the algorithm, helps us meet more and more creators so that we can maximize our impact, and I very much appreciate it. So thank you very much. So here's Lift to Eat. And I was just saying, there's the red line under your video because I actually watched that. So this Lift to Eat, Michael's Adventures likes this channel. I remember him saying yesterday, and I had to check out this video because I don't know many people that wouldn't find a jar of Reese peanut butter and Nutella together to be, you know, I think most people would find that to be a dream come true. But it's a bit much to take in, and I keep saying the same story over and over. I'll let it go after today, but it's something else to see somebody eat and attempt even to eat an entire jar of both of those at the same time. But it's something else, that's for sure. And then, wow, Metrosonic will be getting close to having made 1,000 videos on YouTube. That's what you get for being around here for 14 years. 1,000 videos is quite an accomplishment. And yeah, I'm just going to leave that up there. So let me see what I can do. Oh my goodness. Q and Nini Vlogs, thank you for coming in. Yeah, I moved the times around of the live stream so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. There's Do It All Ceiling. That's one of the channels that I manage for Jeff Lepard. That channel right there is willing to connect with people. But if you want to have a look at the kind of work that I do when I run channels for other people, Do It All Ceiling is a perfect example. That channel's chugging along nicely. It just became monetized. It's got, I forget if it's 1,100 subscribers or somewhere thereabouts now. Yeah, 1,000 sure is, Kristen. Something else. 100 is absolutely an accomplishment, but 1,000 is something else. As a matter of fact, we are on episode number 75 of TuberChat today, and with the exception of one test stream that we did the week before we started, we are getting very close to episode 100. So I'm expecting to do something special that day. I don't exactly know what. I will leave you in suspense, but I will be happy to celebrate the 100 episodes that we will have gone through. Thanks to everybody who continues to show support for TuberChat. I really do appreciate it. I hope everybody's getting what they want, especially out of YouTube, but out of TuberChat as well, meeting lots of friends and family members. And then Kid Wonders, Life of Wonders, willing to swap playlists. And then the Triplet family, oh, you like when they're late. So I'm going to try to space them out. So one day of the week might be at this time, you know, like 8 p.m. Eastern. What that would mean is another one would be at 6, another one would be at 4, another one would be at 2, or somewhere thereabouts. Next weekend, I have a family engagement on Sunday. The last time I had to do something like that, I took the day off, but I can't. I know it's not that I mean to sound cliche, but I can't stand the idea of taking a day off. And so that's why today I'm running it late. This Sunday, I'm expecting to run one earlier than we've ever run, probably 10 a.m. Eastern, just on that day, so that I can still run TuberChat and do the things I need to do for the day. And then, PA's been following Do It All Ceiling. So for those of you who don't already know, 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I work with Jeff Lepard, who is the owner of Do It All Ceiling. That's a construction company. I work with him 3 days a week. So I run his YouTube channels for him, but I also go out and actually do construction work with him 3 days a week, if you can believe it. But PA follows, and we do a lot of live streaming. And one of the things we're doing this week is a demolition project where we are using heavy equipment, stuff like that, and smashing a entire garage unit into little tiny pieces of brick. So that was interesting to see. No, and Kristen, yes, no, Kristen and I are not together today. Usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're together, but I had some other things to take care of today, so I had to be out of town. I am running tuberchat from a remote location today, but it looks like it's all working out well, so that's great. And then tomorrow, Do It All Sealing, I will be in the Bobcat machine, for those of you who know what a skid steer loader is, and we will be ripping a concrete floor out of the ground, which is going to be good stuff. Helps blow off some steam to have a little destruction in your life, I think, right? Javian's Day Today is another member here at tuberchat. So let's get that channel up on the screen. I don't imagine that they're still here. I'm going to have a look, but I haven't seen Javian's Day Today for a while today. They might already have been gone. So hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. This is a channel that's made for kids, so you can't leave a comment. They'll be relying on you to watch a full video. They got a perfect one here, 3 minutes, right at the front page, and then hitting that like button as a minimum to try to lock that in. And so let me see what I can do here, if I can add some names to the wheel. Poet Unleashed has been here for quite some time. Oh, you're already on the wheel. That's how long you've been here. You're already on the wheel. Brandon Jackson as well. Mr. BNI has been here for quite some time today. Sandrine Waite we looked at. The Daniel Show has been here for quite some time. Let's, I will give Javian's Day Today a quick moment. So then again, just to reiterate, for those of you who went through a bit of a purge this weekend and lost some watch hours and lost some subscribers, I described many of the reasons why this happens within the first few minutes of today's live stream so that you can go back and have a look, but hopefully it's not too stressful. Often we find ourselves going through these little setbacks, but we just keep chugging along and everything works out fine. And look at that. We got some more action in the chat here. So Mr. B and I, thank you so much for becoming a member. What I'm going to do right after Javian's Day Today is I will put you on the screen right away just for becoming a member today. And then from now on, you'll be put on the wheel as soon as I see you in the chat every day. You do not have to be a member or you do not have to super chat or be a member to be put on the wheel. Nothing about the live stream is going to change. We put lots of names on the wheel all day. Everything, of course, at tuberchat is free, and I'm not going to hold back any of the information, but I do appreciate the support. And so in the case of super chats and memberships, we will just let people skip the line and either get onto the wheel or get onto the screen right away. But because you became a member right now, I'll put you on the screen. The Moody Artist, thank you so much. Basically, the other thing, not that I want to self-promote too much, my name is Kevin K. I'm just going to leave you a message for yourself here. So that's my personal channel. I made a live stream the last time that this happened a couple of months ago on my personal channel. It's about half an hour long. We watched the first few minutes of it again today here, where I went through a whole conversation about why that happened. That's a better explanation right there. And it goes through a few other things like YouTube glitching, adding people into the approved users list, messages not getting seen, and having people shadow banned and stuff like that. So if you wanted to check it out, you could. Jump the Fat wants to swap playlists. So if anybody's willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and you will find other creators in the chat willing to reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements independently, of course. So let's get Mr. B and I up here on the screen. Thank you one more time for becoming a member today. and I really do appreciate it. Let's go through our filter and make sure that we grab the right channel out of the search. There it is. It comes up right away. Let's make sure we get your bell on. Like I said, when a channel is a new connection for tuberchat, I simply subscribe. But the next time that they are here on tuberchat, when we put you on the screen, then I put the bell on. So eventually I plan to have the bell on for all creators here at tuberchat. Do It All Ceiling is in the middle of dinner. It is pizza night, bro. It's a cheat meal because we only eat plant-based stuff all the time, right? We certainly don't plow ourselves full of Diet Pop all day. At least Jeff doesn't. There we go. Jeff, you got to eat your pizza. Why can't I get you to eat your food, bro? Kid Wonders, Life of Wonders, willing to swap playlists with anybody that is willing, and anybody that wants to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours. You can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and you will find other creators reaching out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements on your independently, of course. And then Smiley's World, yeah. Pizza's my favorite. I eat an unreasonable amount of pizza. So that, along with all the Diet Pop that I drink, attributes to the fact that I am not looking after my beach body right now. The Moody Artist is willing to swap playlists, so hopefully people will reach out to the Moody Artist. Kristen Welton probably will right away. Kristen Welton aggressively is swapping playlists with people. She is under 500 hours away now. I didn't actually check in with her today to see if it changed today, but she's at about 3,500 hours. Yes, we do have to make our own pizza. When Kristen does, I should get her to make a video, because when Kristen does make your own pizza at home, she actually does a spectacular job. And the pizza, like, I don't typically go to a lot of franchises. I like to find an independent place, and I never tend to be really happy. I like when the vegetables are fresh and cut and big, chunks of everything, not just diced tomatoes and stuff like that. Anyway, when Kristen does it at home, she does a fantastic job. So I look forward to that. Jeff says he wants to make pizza, but Jeff barbecues every day. So if you can make pizza on a barbecue, he'll get it done. Smiley's World likes pizza and wings. Yeah. Oh, just over 400. Okay, just over 400 hours away Kristen is. So you can bet that she's aggressively swapping playlists. She does anyway, but if anybody wants to swap playlists, like the Moody Artist, you can reach out to Kristen Welton. She will swap with you for sure. And Kid Wonders Life of Wonder is a channel that has been both with me personally for many, many months and with tuberchat since the very beginning. Kid Wonders Life of Wonder was the second channel to ever be featured on tuberchat. And as a matter of fact, that was the first channel ever selected from the tuberchat community to be featured. I featured Kristen on the very first episode because we didn't already have a community yet. We had to get through an episode to have people to select. So these people are both willing to swap playlists. And there you go. I'm glad that Kristen is using the custom emojis as a member to make it a little bit easier for people to grab you on social media. I'm just having a look at something in the other window here. Let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel. Up here. Brandon Jackson. Here we go. And we'll see how to find you, because sometimes when we look at, and thank you, by the way, sorry, Mr. B and I, thank you very much for becoming a member today on tuberchat with over 700 subscribers. You've got that nice and locked in, actually, but hopefully we pushed you a little bit farther towards the 800 that must be on your mind. And I'm going to move on to Brandon Jackson now. Brandon Jackson, when we click our filter, you can do this on a phone too. If you have trouble finding a channel, just because Brandon Jackson seems like a very popular name, as you can see. But he comes up almost first for us here. I've already got the bell on. This is Brandon Jackson. He's doing a great job dressing up the front, page of his YouTube channel. And then, of course, is willing to do the featured channels collaboration that I talk about as well. Simply Royce and Mishana might swap playlists now. That's a great idea. Mishana's willing to swap playlists. And then Metrosonic is, I didn't know you were into martial arts. Forgive me for not knowing, but that's great. Grandma Faye LME, I'm glad you're having a good time connecting to new friends and family members. And then Jump the Fat and Mr. B and I are hooking up right now, which is great. Christy Agnes, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members right away. Thank you, Just Vlogging Life. I appreciate every moment that you spend here. Hopefully everything works out. Hopefully everybody who hasn't already connected with TuberChat on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit will do so. It's always TuberChat, just one word, but you can reach out to me. And I absolutely love it when I talk to YouTubers about YouTube and we have conversations. My favorite thing is to share all of our knowledge together, whether it's here or outside of the TuberChat live stream, so that we can continue to improve and, first of all, better the community for everybody, but also we can all thrive together by improving our channels and making the right decisions for ourselves. Very cool, Metrosonic. It's interesting to know how the name comes to be. So I'm going to move on a little bit faster now. Here's Javian's. Oh, Javian's Day today. Did we not already look at their channel? Yes, we just looked at their channel. I'll spin. We'll get another channel up. Oh, thank you, A Poet Unleashed. Hopefully, I love, see, I am a professional channel manager. I run channels for several different people as well as my own. That's how I got my start on YouTube. Forgive me, I didn't copy and paste properly. But I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. So my hope is to share my knowledge here, and hopefully everybody will share with me as well, so that we can all learn from each other and then make better decisions for our own channels, because there are some universal truths for everybody, but there are also many different things that are individual, based on our particular goals and things like that. So there it is. A Poet Unleashed has added TuberChat into their feature channels list. So Jump the Fat is willing to swap playlists as well. Metrosonic, put a pizza in the oven. Good stuff. And then, Smiley's World, you can never stop learning. I swear it's the truth that every conversation I have with another YouTuber, no matter how many subscribers they have, I learn something every single day. If I have a conversation, I'm lucky. I have a few YouTubers that I talk to on the phone or like on Instagram or Facebook, whatever you want to call it. And we video call or we call or whatever and talk and this and that. And when it goes on for half an hour or an hour, you usually end up learning a couple things. And, I keep wanting to bring that here and improve all the channels that I run. We all can improve, because if you get what you're looking for out of YouTube, and TuberChat can be a part of that, not just in growing your channel, but hopefully, I can be of some kind of influence in a positive way. Then when you have 10,000 subscribers and more, and even on the way up, other creators will ask you how you did it. How did you become so successful? They will want to replicate what you've done. And I hope that you will turn to tuberchat and say this is something that they need to follow, so that as you don't need tuberchat itself anymore, I can continue to grow as well as you move on. When everybody starts to hit the 10,000 subscriber mark and the needs of the channels change, I will start another channel if it's necessary, so that we can focus on things that are much more appropriate when you're trying to make the climb to 100,000 subscribers. But tuberchat will stay the way it is. Tuberchat is meant for anybody with less than 10,000 subscribers, so that they can get to that point. The needs change after, right? And then a Poet Unleashed. So let's get this done. So I'm going to copy the URL for Poet Unleashed, because we're going to need that in a minute. I'm going to open another window here, and I'm going to go to our channel page. We're logged in, of course. Oh, Mr. B and I, you can use, so especially now that you're a member, those custom emojis, if you type a colon and the word Instagram, by the time you type the I and the N, Instagram should come up for you. And then you can put your thing. So the only thing I ask of our members is, when you're doing that, when you're using the custom emojis and when you're promoting your Instagram, is just please use it when you're having an individual conversation. So right now, the way you're talking to Kristen Welton, you can hit the Instagram emoji and then put your handle in there if you want to. And it makes it a little more obvious. That's why I made those that way. The only thing I don't want to have happen is for anybody to say, hey, follow us on Instagram, and then just, because we never want to spam anything. But I hope that you'll use those. Yeah, Metrosonic. So as well as we lost subscribers over the last couple of days, a lot of people lost watch hours over the last few days as well. Sausage, pepperoni, mushroom, spinach, and diced tomatoes pizza. Loving it. Sounds like a great idea. Christy Agnes is willing to swap playlists if anybody wants to do that. And there you go. Mr. B and I has got the hang of the custom emojis. So hopefully you'll find that useful. And like I said, you're free to use that whenever it's necessary when you're trying to swap playlists, like I saw you were just talking about when you're talking to Kristen Welton there. How can one become a member? So if you're on an Apple device, YouTube prevents it. And the reason why is because Apple has a rule where they take 30% of everything that goes through their platform before Google takes their 30% of everything that goes through their platform. So Google just says for super chats, they'll let it happen, and hopefully everybody is aware of it. But with memberships, they think that that's unfair, so they don't allow it to happen. Anyway, so otherwise, there's a join button. And this here on the computer, it's right here. On a phone, it looks a little bit different, but you can find that join button, and then it gives the details about what's included in the membership. And then you can make that decision. Then if you want to become a member, that's what happens. In the case of members, your name turns green. That's why I never put moderators on from the beginning of tuberchat. When I knew this day was going to come, I said, we're not doing moderators, because if somebody becomes a member, I want them to truly get the value out of it. People in these growth streams tend to go after super chatters first, members next, moderators next, and then everybody else. But knowing that, I decided to do that so you get the right value out of it. But anyway, I appreciate the idea that you're considering it. And like I said, you might have to do it on a computer. If you're on an iPhone or an iPad, you can't do it. But if you're on an Android device, you might be able to do it as well. So forgive me, we were in the middle of a collaboration here, a tutorial. So if I want to add somebody into my featured channels list, I go to Customize Channel. I've already copied a Poet Unleashed URL from their channel page. Takes my internet browser just a couple of more seconds, because when I'm live streaming, it tends to be sluggish. And then we get our featured channels module that comes up on the side here. And when we click the little pen to edit it, it says edit module. Bumby Selby is in the house. This is another creator that has been connected to me for what's getting to be probably 7 or 8 months now. So thank you for coming in. Hopefully everybody will connect to Bumby Selby. If you haven't already, they are connected to me both on my personal channel and here in TuberChat, and they have been with me since the beginning. So anytime you're sharing your URL, we just paste it into this field where they're asking for it here. You can change the name of your featured channels if you want to. Lots of creators come up with clever names, but I just leave mine because I do this tutorial so often. And then anytime you're sharing your URL anywhere on the internet, you always want to use this little piece of code at the end. So it's just a question mark and then the words sub_confirmation equals 1. And what that does is when somebody comes to your channel for the first time, it presents them a window that asks if they want to subscribe right then and there. And it entices more subscriptions because otherwise they might have come to your channel, started watching a video, got distracted, and forgot to subscribe. And we don't want that. The other thing you want to do if you have more than 10 channels here is consider putting on the shuffle feature, because YouTube is only going to show 10 at a time on your front page. So if you want them to be evenly distributed randomly by YouTube, you click that shuffle button, and then every time you refresh the page, you will see a different selection of 10, as I'm going to show you right now. So we've got some more action in the chat right now. Grandma Faye LME has become a member. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to get you up onto the screen next after a Poet Unleashed in just a moment. And as you can see, our featured channels have switched around. TuberChat's fortunate to be featured on a little bit over 50 channels right now. But if you have featured TuberChat on your front page or my personal channel and I don't know, please make sure I know so that I can return that favor, because as you can see, I absolutely do that on both channels. YGV Gamer, thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you sooner. I was in the middle of a speech, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And as long as you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Lulicious is in the house. You've been here for a long, long time today, I think, haven't you? Or the day's getting away from me, and I'm getting behind myself here. Grandma Faye LME, thank you so much for becoming a member. Well, I'm going to put you up on the screen right away, right now, because you just did that. There's Grandma Faye LME. I've already got your bell on, but this is another dynamic creator. Thank you so much for supporting the channel in that way. Again, I want to remind everybody, you do not need to super chat or become a member to get put on the wheel. Everybody has the same opportunity to get on the wheel. In the case of super chats and memberships, we're just going to let them skip the line and either get onto the wheel or onto the screen right away. But thank you so much for that. And then you would like to feature TuberChat on your channel, Mr. BNI. You're not talking about the featured channels collaboration, right? Because I think we just did that, right? Is there another way that you're talking about? And then McCoy Family Channel. Good to have you in the chat. Hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. And I'm just looking through our participant list here. Daniel Show is still hanging out there for a second. Let's get Christy Agnes on the wheel. For those of you who are a little bit newer to TuberChat, the wheel is something, it takes a little while to get on. I have a robot that helps me with that. They keeps track not only of how long you're here, but how active you are in the chat. And then once you've been here for a little while, usually half an hour, 45 minutes, you get added to the wheel. The wheel is completely random, but once I spin the wheel and your name comes up, then you are put up on the screen for a few minutes if that's what you would like. And then let's get Bumby Selby up here. And hopefully YGV Gamer is going to hang out with us for a little while. And if that's the case, then I will get you onto the wheel as well. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here, not right away, but in a moment. And then in the same way, oh, are you talking? I thought we just did it, the feature channels collaboration, or am I getting confused already? I do that tutorial very often. So Bumby Selby's going to come up next, but we're going to leave Grandma Faye LME up here for a second because I want to see what else they're doing. That game night thumbnail really like stands out, because of those colors, I think. I just want to scan through your channel for a quick second. One of the things that I like about the idea of featuring channels on the screen like this is because as time goes on, the more and more that you're here, then I look at your channel and I get to know the channel at least a little bit better as time goes on, and then hopefully eventually the creator behind the channel as well. This must be the video that we connected with, right? See, so I look for a video that's over a minute long always and watch that full video. And that must have been I don't know how long ago we connected, but a while back. And then I came in with you, I guess, on a live stream, right? For game night. That was only a couple days ago. I try to support as many creators as I can, as I hope everybody does. I tend to go on a live stream never for less than 15 minutes because you want to make sure the creator gets some good credit and gets at least a couple of views for it. And then I sometimes even time it, though. If I'm having a really busy day, I really want to be aggressive, I will literally watch the clock, make sure 16 or 17 minutes pass, and then I will hop out and then head into another channel. Try to always say goodbye and hello and all that stuff. MSK Family Vlogs is back in the house. Thanks for coming in. So let's get Bumby Selby up here, and I'll show you what I was talking about. She just came in, but Bumby Selby has been, first of all, she's a very much loved and well-respected member of the community, but she's been connected with me both on my personal channel and here at TuberChat for months and months and months and months. She's been with TuberChat since the beginning, but she's been connected to me for 7 or 8 months now. She's got over 1,000 subscribers. So even after today's purge, you managed to hang on to it, which is great news. Hopefully we'll get you a few more friends and family members today so you can really lock it in. RB Sporting TV, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Yes, Bumby Selby, today was another purge. So I actually did a live stream about this a couple months ago when we went through another one, because I started getting a lot of messages from creators this weekend asking about losing watch hours, and I should have known it was coming because it was so many. When people ask me if they're losing watch hours, I say, well, yeah, we're all losing watch hours all the time. YouTube does this to everybody almost every day. However, this weekend was extreme. And then today, boom, everybody lost like tons of subscribers. I lost 10 each on 2 different channels, and lots of other creators lost as many as 20 or 30 subscribers. When YouTube does these purges, there's lots of different reason for it, but I did an entire live stream on my personal channel a couple of months ago explaining it all for about half an hour, as well as other glitches like shadow banning, messages getting held in the chat, spam, and things like that. And we went over it for the first 5 or 10 minutes today. But it's not because it's anybody's fault in particular. We try to encourage everybody to use the right procedure when connecting, like we're doing here in TuberChat right now and in other growth streams. There you go. Yeah, you lost over 20 people. I bet that was scary, because when you have 1,000 subscribers, you finally got it, and then you see, like, I don't know how many you had then, maybe, 1,025 or something like that. You lose 20 subscribers. You go, oh my, please don't let me dip back below the 1,000, I'm sure. There's Bloomin' with the Roses. They are willing to be family, of course. Hopefully everybody is as well. Oh, you did get hit back to under 1K. So thank goodness you got it back today then. And there you go. Mishana has a perfect way of putting it, as a matter of fact. Minor setback for a major comeback. That's a good way of putting it. But it happens all the time. And then thank you very much, PA, for reminding everybody. Yes, a thumbs up if you haven't already. It really does help the stream. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and I really do appreciate it. I've got to make a note for myself of something here. So Kristen sent me a text message here just to let me know that Just Vlogging Life featured tuberchat in their latest video. So it must be one of those shout out videos like we talk about all the time. And hopefully everybody's seen this kind of video. Some of you have made them as well, where you're talking about a bunch of different channels that you think people should see or subscribe to, and tuberchat has been included as one of those channels. There's a few videos that have been made by creators just about tuberchat, and all of that stuff is on our front page now. So when I find a shout out video where tuberchat has been included, or if somebody else finds it and lets me know, then I put them on the front page. So hopefully you get a little action that way as well, and try to reward that generosity. The Ange TV show, good to see you in here. So Mr. B and I, let me just have a quick look, because did I confuse myself? I'm just going to look at Mr. B and I again for a quick second here before I move on to the next channel. Oh, I was mistaken. Sorry, I was mistaken. When you were talking about featuring on the front page, I thought that we'd already done it. I was just getting confused because I went through this a couple of times today. So I'll do it one more time. So for those of you who want to feature channels on your front page, you can go ahead and do it after Mr. B and I, and I'll appreciate it. But right now, I'm copying their URL, and I'll go through this really quickly. So I'll go to my channel, logged in, go to customize channel. And you can remember that this is 2 hours and 20 minutes into the live stream today, if you want to, in case you want to watch it back. Eventually, I'll do these as tutorials, as videos on tuberchat, so that you can always go back and find them quickly, and you can get these tutorials without my long speeches. In the featured channels module on the side here, we just click the little pen and click edit module. You can change the name of featured channels if you want to. Lots of creators come up with creative names, but I just leave it because I do this tutorial so often. And at the end of the URL, we always want to use this piece of code. Anytime you're sharing your URL anywhere on the internet, we leave a question mark and the words sub_confirmation equals 1. Click add. And you will see that that channel's been added to the bottom of the list. So we did Simply Royce and A Poet Unleashed today. Now, Mr. B and I, we click done, and it's automatically saved. You don't have to worry about that. And you want to hit that shuffle feature right there that I skipped over. And what that does is if you have more than 10 channels on your featured channels list, YouTube will randomly select an even distribution of 10 channels at a time, so that every time somebody hits the page, they see a different selection of 10. And then if somebody wanted to, they could get to the whole list by going to your channels page. And then the Ange TV show, hopefully you are meeting new friends and family members and having a good time. I will spin the wheel. Let's get another channel up here. Pardon me just for another second. Lulicious. Let's get you up on the screen. And Jump the Fat is, I don't know why I don't have you on the wheel. You've been here long enough. Here's Lulicious. So Jump the Fat is asking how can you, or sorry, host, can you share how your channel can be more searchable? Yes, I'm going to give you a magic trick. As a matter of fact, when I discovered this, it is something that just made my eyes light up, and I was so excited. So give me a moment. I'll do it in a second. We'll give Lulicious a couple of minutes here, and then I will go into the analytics, and I'm going to show you something. I'm just going to show you one quick thing that can really help, something that you may not have already seen. Some of you will have, but not everybody, maybe. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. that is not necessary, but very much appreciated. Thank you very much again for another generous super chat. I really appreciate it. And a Diet Pepsi after this long talking tonight. You can't encourage me. I've seen your videos. The two of you are in incredible shape. You can't be encouraging me to drink this stuff anymore. The Gatorade was borderline, but telling me to drink Diet Pepsi is counterproductive. I will do it because I appreciate you, and thank you so much for that. But that's funny. Thank you so much. At least, see, the funny thing is they're doing it because they know that I'll follow through. They gave a super chat the other day, the same thing, and they said, have a fruit punch Gatorade. And the next day, I promise you, I showed up with that fruit punch Gatorade. So now that we're on Monday, the Diet Pepsi will have to be done tomorrow, and you won't see that unless actually if you follow Do It All Ceiling and you watch us work in a construction live stream. We might even be making a video at the same time as we live stream. We do that very often. That's one of the things that I like about, nobody wants to have to work really hard for a living in this and that. But Jeff and I have known each other, the owner of Do It All Ceiling. We've known each other for years and years and years. We're friends and this and that. So I run his channels for him, but he runs his business. But in part of what we're doing, we work. But then as well, we filmed. That's how I got my start on YouTube. That's how all of this started. So I'll tell that story another day, but you've heard enough of it already. But sometimes we go out and we live stream our workday while we're making a video for the channel at the same time. And that's a good way to really kill two birds with one stone, if you want to put it that way. I'll tell you guys when so I'm lucky enough I have a wonderful son, and he's 24 years old now and this and that, right? But when he was growing up as a kid, he never really did anything wrong, right? Like he's actually like a dream child. I don't know why, God bless me with the perfect child. I know a lot of parents feel that way, but really, like, the kid never did anything wrong. So with the exception of a couple different things that all parents are going to get mad at, I'd flip out on him like anybody would expect and this and that. But the funny thing is, so I'd give him trouble for a second. Then I say, now look at what you've done. You're going to have to listen to a 2-hour lecture over something I could have explained in 5 minutes. This is your fault. And it's so funny. I used to... Yeah, I do. Yeah, he's been actually in tuberchat a couple of times, but he typically he's not aggressively working on a YouTube channel. But when he's been, let's say, visiting us in Niagara Falls, he only lives a while back away in Toronto. When he's been with us, he's come into tuberchat as well. But that was a while back. I don't even remember how many weeks that was. Q and Nini Vlogs, thank you so much for the share. So forgive me, I did say I was going to get into the analytics. So let's do something extremely constructive now. This is quick, but hopefully for those of you who haven't seen it, you're going to like this. So we go into our analytics. And on the reach tab, when we go down into the bottom right, we will see traffic source, YouTube search. What this is telling you is terms that people are finding you for. So it doesn't matter whether you're using them as tags or not. This is what you're being found for. This is fact. YouTube's telling you this. So what you can do is simply click on the see more. Comes up in a bit of a spreadsheet view. Now, I'm a geek and a nerd, so I love this stuff. I could stare at numbers and graphs all day. I know not everybody likes to do it. However, very simply on the left-hand side, you get this amazing list that they give you in order, starting with the most popular term. And all you have to do is copy these out and paste them right into your channel tags. And I'll try to remember where those are. We'll have a look right now. Settings, channel. I'll go back over it in a second. Here we go. Keywords. Right there. Right on channel. write in keywords, and you can see that I've taken, I don't know how many you can take, but I've taken the list that YouTube gave me to tell me what I'm being found for. That's how I determine the titles for the videos. So if you guys ever wondered, I don't expect that you ever sit there and wonder about this, but if you ever wondered, why do I use the words, first of all, I use grow your channel. And that's because for anybody that's never heard of tuberchat and seeing it for the first time, I think that that's the most enticing thing that I can use to try to show somebody what tuberchat is, as well as you see the thumbnails. It says small YouTubers support, not just small YouTuber support, but with an S. And the reason why is because look at this. YouTube is telling me the #1 search term that I'm being found for is small YouTuber support, except for tuberchat. Of course, I'm going to come up #1 for that. But and then small YouTubers support live is another one here. So isn't that interesting? But hopefully you can use this as well. You could do this on every individual video also. So just to go back over how this works, when we get into YouTube Studio, we're just going to go to the analytics. And it's on the reach tab. You remember because it's purple. And then just down at the bottom on the right-hand side, traffic source YouTube search. And you will find here the terms that you need. You can just click see more. And if you have to, you copy and paste them one by one. But if you know what you're doing with a text file or a Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets or any of that stuff, you might be able to get it done even, faster. But that is my #1 trick that I love teaching people to do if they haven't already seen it, because it just does wonders. And again, you could do that with every video. Now, tuberchat's videos are all identical, so the rules of what I do to market tuberchat is much different than I would do with any other channel. But if you have, a variety channel, or it doesn't matter, any channel, you can look in your videos. Each one of those will have a reach tab in the analytics, where in the bottom right, it will have a list of terms that your video is being found for. Now, that's not going to show up until the video's out there, but you can always and should always be going back over your older videos over the coming weeks and months, even years, and improving. So you can take some of the tags that you think are not working for you and use the tags that YouTube tells you is working for you and put those right at the front, and it pushes you even harder. So MJ&J family, thank you for coming in. They recently got monetized. We're very happy to see that, because MJ&J family has been with tuberchat since the beginning. And then Jump the Fat, hopefully that we find that helpful then. And I should spin the wheel. Let's get a channel up here. Does not come up with Jump the Fat. Well, for some channels as well, it will take a while. Like, so here's the thing. Your channel, I don't know how many people are searching for your channel by its name, because even though we'd like to think that everybody has heard of us, they haven't yet. And that will happen afterwards. The reason why tuberchat comes up is probably because I'm using it so much. Like, I mean, I'm on YouTube all the time, but sometimes I type as well. I don't do it maliciously. I do it naturally, but still, sometimes I'm typing tuberchat too much into the search, and I'll bet that that's part of it. But enough people have heard of tuberchat now that they're probably looking for it specifically. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. It's a possibility, but Jump the Fat will become more useful to you afterwards. I think you absolutely should use your channel name in your tags as maybe the very last tag. But you got to consider it's always there anyway in the algorithm. So if you have something better to use and you could really use those extra characters, you want to do that. But I wouldn't expect to be found for your channel name for quite some time. So Christy Agnes, let me get your bell on. over 500 subscribers and you've got it nice and locked in. For those of you, and Ashunish Fuse, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with TuberChat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you are feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And then for those of you, I lost my train of thought. I was saying something else, but that's okay. MJ&J is still in ads. Thank you very much for letting those run. I hope everybody will. I don't expect anybody when you're coming into TuberChat to sit through an hour-and-a-half long ad, which is possible. Absolutely not, because I want you to get in here and start growing your channel. But where possible and it's reasonable, yes, of course, please let the ad run because you can absolutely help that way. And then as well, when you are monetized, you will be hoping that every single person watches every single ad. So where possible, you should always be doing that for other creators, of course. I happen to have premium, so I don't see ads, but every creator is guaranteed a tiny sliver of money. I don't know the truth about whether they get more or less than it would have been if it was ads, but the fact that it's guaranteed makes me happy, and I can work faster that way. How watch hours are tabulated and how to find them in the YouTube studio for new creators. Okay, Kristen's asking me about watch hours. I don't know if I can answer exactly the way you're asking. But we'll look. I'll go into it and we'll look. Community Advocate Network, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that support. I'm going to put you up on the screen right away. Again, I just want to remind everybody you don't have to be, you don't have to super chat or be a member to be put on the wheel or on the screen. But in the case of members and super chatters, we're just going to let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or the screen right away. And then Mishana, thank you very much for coming in. It's always a pleasure having you in the chat, and I look forward to seeing you soon and hopefully hanging out in one of your live streams shortly again. So let's, yeah, Christy Agnes, I don't want to hop off your channel too quickly. That's what I was saying. So you have over, oh, look at that. You got 2 more subscribers just in the time I've been talking here. So with 500 subscribers, you've got that nice and locked in, and hopefully you didn't lose too much in the purge that happened over the last couple of days. But you've obviously got a lot of dynamic content for everybody to see here. And like I keep saying, one of the reasons I like to feature channels on the screen like this is because over time, as you come to TuberChat more and more and we look at your channel, I get to know the channel a little bit better and eventually get to know the hopefully creator behind the channel as well. Community Advocate Network, thank you for your kind words. I love this stuff, so it's easy for me, and I would do this, you know, all day if I could. It kills me to take Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off. It really does. I'm actually in a different location right now where I'm going to be for the next 3 days, and I consider the idea, like, should I run TuberChat every single day just because I probably could, but I can't guarantee the time. And I don't want to move it around and stuff like that, so I'm not going to. So, but I would, and I look forward maybe to the winter when I'm not doing the outdoor stuff that I do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So maybe I can do TuberChat more often than we are now. But I love this stuff. So hopefully you're getting what you want out of it as well, and meeting new friends and family members, growing your channel, and all that good stuff. So Community Advocate Network, I really appreciate you becoming a member. Let's get you onto the screen right away, and I'll get back to the wheel in a moment. I'm going to leave Mishana on the wheel, even though she's heading out. She's with us all the time here at TuberChat. And Kristen was asking about the watch hours. I wonder how we'll attack that. So Community Advocate Network, I'm going to make sure your bell is on. Like I keep saying, when I first connect with a creator, I simply subscribe. But then when we have your channel up for the first or second time on the screen, then I make sure that the bell is on now. It's nice to see you have a familiar face, Cozy Relaxation, in your featured channels collaboration. So with 58 subscribers, hopefully we're pushing you a little bit closer to the 100. The good news is in today's purge, you probably didn't lose very many. Hopefully you didn't lose any at all. but hopefully we'll push you a little bit farther, and we'll get you some more friends and family members. What did I just see? Did I just see you say something about Teespring? Yeah. Oh, Teespring. Oh, Teespring. No. Yeah, no, it is Teespring. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to point out you got a spelling mistake there, but you might want to fix that spelling mistake. But so you're on Teespring already, which is great. That must be this link here too, which is good stuff. And then Vong BG, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. It's your first time on TuberChat, but we have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. So if you want to meet some new friends and family members for your channel, you're free to do so. You can meet people one by one. Take your time. If you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. The object here at TuberChat is to go first, so please don't be shy. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. You reach out to another creator, watch a video, leave a comment, give them a like, subscribe to them, then come back here and let them know that you've done that. And they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. And this is Community Advocate Network, who is a new member for us here at TuberChat, which I really appreciated. And what that means is that you have the custom emojis to use now. You've got the green color for yourself for now. It will change as time goes on, the badge beside your name. And then as well, every time I see you in the chat, I will put you up onto the wheel right away. So Vong BG, the way that I deal with putting channels on the screen, it usually takes a little while. I have a robot here called Bottissimo that helps me determine how people get onto the wheel and eventually on the screen. It takes a little while, so it depends on how active you are in the chat as well as how long you're here. But if you hang out for a little while, meet some new friends and family members, eventually you'll get onto the wheel and then eventually onto the screen. So, I wonder if I should do something quickly. Okay, pardon me for 1 second. I'm going to leave you here with Community Advocate Network, and I will be right back, and then we will get into the analytics again for a second. Q and Nini Vlogs is still at the house. And, okay. It's to him, Kristen works early in the morning and this and that. So she, not to mention, she helps Kira with school and stuff like that. So Kristen's going to head out. This is the latest TuberChat live stream that we've run. So forgive me. I'm going to start rifling through these channels. So Kristen was asking about watch hours. But since she's going to go for now, I'll leave it. If anybody has any particular question about watch hours, then we'll go over a tiny bit of analytics if you want to in a few moments after I get through a few more channels. Here's the Daniel Show. They're here with us often on TuberChat. And I've actually been back again and again since finding us. quite a while ago now. Daniel Show's been with us for quite some time. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting in the chat, meeting new friends and family members. Yeah, Q and Nini vlogs today was a different thing because, you know, the state of the world, we haven't been able to do everything that we always do. And I tend to work quite a lot. So I have, you know, a full-time gig like most people do. I'm very lucky that half my full-time job is running YouTube channels for other people, but the other half of my job is other work, whatever. So it doesn't allow me to be on YouTube all the time. But in the middle of everything, like everybody else, I got to try to schedule things like, you know, a regular physical and a dentist appointment, stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I was doing today. But I didn't want to take the day off from tuberchat. I can't stand the idea of taking a day off. I did it one time for a family event, which is fine. I didn't mind doing it. But I want to always be here if I can, because I can't be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So anyway, I decided to run this one late so that I could still do it. McCoy Fam channel, but there's always there's a benefit, of course, because we can reach more people by hitting different time zones, right? That's why I moved the times of the live streams every weekend anyway. This is McCoy Fam channel. There's another channel that's back with tuberchat again and again since finding us not too long ago. You're cooking at this hour? Well, it might not be as late for you. Where are you at, Q and Nini vlogs? Like, I'm in Niagara Falls, Canada, which happens to be in the Eastern time zone, same as New York and this and that. So I keep forgetting that even though it's almost 11 p.m. for me, for many people in at least North America, it still might be, you know, barely after dinner time and early evening. Q and Nini vlogs. The truth is, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. And it never stops for me. When, if you can believe it, this is the truth. When I am not on tuberchat doing what we're doing, I am elsewhere still talking about YouTube all day and night. Now, I've always been a social media guy, right? Like, I've been on all the networks from the old days of like MySpace, Friendster. I was developing websites in 1995 and before then. So it's a long time that I've been into all this stuff and find that I love it all. I'm not a workaholic. I just love most of the things that I do so much that I'm working all the time and I enjoy it. But YouTube is magical because 2 years ago, when the rules changed about the 4,000 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, there was an opportunity and all these growth streams started coming around. I've been on YouTube for 4 years, more than that now. But this stuff only changed recently. I only got involved in this in December or January of this year. And when I saw what was going on, lots of generous creators were willing to like support loyally and genuinely, and I couldn't believe the generosity that I saw. And I said, I want to build a community around this because I know I'll do a great job, but I really think that I can, and I think that I can have a positive influence and I can build something that only allows me to benefit if I truly help other people. And I know how ridiculous that may sound, like it's so cliche, but that's what I honestly believe. And hopefully you can see it in me and hear it in me when you're here. But I love this stuff. I love what we're doing. There are a lot of people who I've, you know, met in my life, and people, of course, I'll never meet, that their lives could be changed with $20 a month. Even $200 a month is a lot of money to a lot of people. And YouTube is something where success is guaranteed. And I know it's work. I know it's a grind. But in the grand scale of things, when there's something where success is guaranteed, it's, for lack of a better term, an easy way to be able to help a lot of people make the extra money that they're looking for. Now, hopefully everybody does the responsible thing with their money and it really does benefit their lives, but we can all do it. And the work that we do today helps the work we did yesterday and the work after it. And there's so many people that can benefit each other, because for me to take subscribers from you, you don't lose them. We're sharing. We're expanding the pool of subscribers and bettering the community all the time. So you are in Alberta. Forgive me for not remembering that. I must have known that. Yeah, so 6 p.m. Oh, 10. Oh, hold on a second. You're in Atlanta. Sorry, I was reading that wrong. You're in Atlanta. Oh, yes. Okay, so we're in the same time zone. I have family there, actually. RB Sporting TV, good to see you in the house. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members. And so, forgive me, I was going to start rifling through this a little bit faster. Let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. McCoy Fam channel, like I said, has been back with us again and again. Here's Jump the Fat. They've been actually very, I really appreciate the engagement in the chat today. Jump the Fat. Hopefully you have benefited from this as much as I have. And let me just get into the channel. Oh, I got to match your icon here. I hope you're still here. Forgive me while I scroll through a chat window here to see if I can. There you are. Jump the Fat. Yeah, it is the first one. So it comes up. It's just that you have to click that filter for now. But because you've got over 600 subscribers, it's going to get easier and easier. And pretty soon you're going to be like, you're already #1 in the list, but pretty soon you're not going to need the channel filter anymore, because you'll be so active, especially like you're streaming, you're so active on your channel. The algorithm will start to favor you shortly. So well over 600 subscribers. Hopefully you're going to get closer to 700. So hopefully you pushed a little bit farther, closer to 700 today. Whew. And then the Ange TV show. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members as well. For those of you who are with TuberChat often and not used to such a late live stream, I'm happy that you're here. So actually, Jump the Fat. Okay, you're a new connection for TuberChat. So what that means is that, see, typically I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, this one here, 12 minutes, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today in the next 24 hours, well, actually, forgive me, because it's Monday, this is our last live stream of the weekend. Within the next 3 days, I will go through my watch later list. I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. And it should be easy because I see it's a giveaway winner. And then I will I'll leave you a meaningful comment. I'll give you a thumbs up, of course, and I'll subscribe. That way I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. Hopefully you're also subscribed to TuberChat now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss any further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But the times change just so that I can meet different creators for everybody from around the world in different time zones. And then what does it mean when YouTube is recommending your content? So, for instance, let's say I go on YouTube's homepage. If your content is coming out as a suggestion, like up here or in another category down here, even in subscriptions, or particularly let's go on like a friend, Game Night with Eating with Miss P. She does this often. Eating with Miss P is a wonderful member in our community, but she's live streaming right now. So I'm just going to pause this. My internet connection is choking just because I'm live streaming as well at the same time. So I paused that. Oh, there's Vern's Junk Closet, InQ's World. She's always got familiar faces. Jazzy Nicole's in there. Jazzmir's in there. When we go down here into this area while you're watching a video, this is also recommending. So that's what YouTube is saying. They're recommending your content. As you grow, as your channel gets more solid and strong, you will be recommended more and more. And then you can start getting into the analytics, looking at your click-through rate, how many impressions YouTube is giving you. That's how many times they're showing your video to people, your thumbnail and title. And then the click-through rate tells you how often you are getting clicked when people see it. Like, for instance, look at this. So Roxy's Take is live right now, and they know that I've been in a few Roxy's Take live streams lately, so it's getting recommended. Van Life with Gina is with us. She was here today. They were here today. So it's getting recommended. Eating with Miss P, another video of hers because we're watching hers. It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey is with us all the time. D9 is somebody else I'm connected to. Kev on Stage Studios is somebody I don't know. I don't believe I've ever seen that channel before. Happy Lux, Let's Play, I probably have seen that channel. Bright Creations is here. Official D Spot I'm connected to. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo's recommended here. So you see what's happening anyway. That's what it means. I don't know how good of an explanation that is, but hopefully that's a visual aspect of what's happening. And as you grow, I promise you're going to find that YouTube is recommending you more and more. This is when you can improve. When you're reading your analytics, which I hope you are, it's not that you're looking for what you're doing wrong so that you can fix it. You're looking for what you're doing right so that you can duplicate it or replicate it, whatever you want to call it. So here's Q and Nini Vlogs. This is another dynamic creator, but this is also a very much loved and well-respected member of the community. You'll see them in many different live streams. So hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. I'm curious how your hours are because you've got over 1,000 subscribers. You're nice and locked in there. If Q&A Vlogs is still in the house, I'm just curious how many hours you have. If anybody in the chat needs watch hours and wants to swap playlists with other creators, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you. Like Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder is willing to swap playlists. Jump the Fat is willing to swap playlists. You're free to make those arrangements independently. I'm going to add one more channel into our wheel here. Need watch hours, and I'm very loyal, so that's great. Jump the Fat. As time goes on, hopefully you can connect. Like even right now, I know we've only got a few of us left here in the chat, and I appreciate you all hanging out. Hopefully you're getting some value for the time you're spending. But you can connect with a few people right here in the chat. Hopefully everybody here in the chat that's willing to connect for the purpose of swapping playlists will connect. And then you can get that done. An idea, depending on how many devices you have or how many you are realistically able to run per week, you can grab a different creator, like for instance, every day. Kristen and I are very lucky because we have multiple devices and we're able to use those. You know, I'll often be in a few windows on a computer. I've got a computer dedicated to running playlists for people, so I can swap with people all the time on different accounts and everything else. All legitimate. I don't clear caches. I don't clear watch history. I don't play any of those games. I don't do VPNs or any of that stuff. It's all legitimate. But you can. So even if you're only restricted to one device, you can say, okay, I'm going to swap with everybody. Even if somebody only had a phone, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have a phone and that's like what you can use for YouTube, you can say, okay, every day when I go to bed or every day when I go to work, I'm going to run a playlist for somebody. And you say, I can only run 8 hours or I can run 10 hours, and they will swap with you. Of course, you'll get a different person every day doing that. If you're able to do more, you just do more and you'll speed along. And I promise it helps. It's the one thing that we can do that's legitimate to speed our hours up. Thank you so much, PA. Thank you, and thank you for reminding everybody to thumbs up. Yes, if you haven't already, I don't usually count, We did hit over 100 likes a couple of times, so we're at 84 right now. Still, we're lucky enough. There was one live stream where we actually got 4 thumbs down because we had a few trolls come in, and some people don't like the way I handle that, I'm sure. But you got to expect when you're starting to get into the 70s and 80s of thumbs up, you got to get some thumbs down someday, right? And tuberchat's been lucky because I haven't had many. And it's usually people who get like upset, like they come in and spam, or they come in and just don't want to be patient enough to understand the rules, because I tend to be pretty strict, right? You know what it's like here in tuberchat, but it's for a reason. It's because I really want people to connect, right? And it works. Oh, so how many accounts do I suggest somebody should have for playlists? I never want to suggest to anybody to be making illegitimate accounts, right? I am a channel manager for several channels, not including, these are mostly my channels. They're all legitimate. They're all channels that may or may not be used. All of them have content. All of them have at least one video. I think all of them do. One of them I think doesn't, but it doesn't matter. But those are real channels that I intend to experiment with and then may or may not use, right? And I have many more that I've made. But again, I've been in the game of social media and these networks like Facebook, Friendster, Instagram. Instagram's like newer, but MySpace and stuff like that for a long time. So I feel like I understand that stuff. I certainly don't want to act like a know-it-all. That's not the case at all. I learn from people every single day, and it always excites me. But I do have history, which allows me to understand how a lot of these things work. Like, for instance, if you go out and give more than 50 comments in a day on YouTube, you will start to find that your comments will be blocked. And you wonder why. It doesn't give you any answer, but it's just because there's limits, right? Anyway, not that that matters. I'm getting off on a tangent here. But I don't want to encourage anybody to make accounts to try to speed things up. I absolutely do not want you to do that. Some people, like Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, who's in the chat now, has another channel called Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream. He treats both channels separately, as I do with Kevin K, my personal channel, and tuberchat. They are separate channels. I never go into a live stream and say, hey guys, follow both my channels. I never do that. That's spam. That's not what we're doing here. Connecting genuinely is always what we're doing. But if you happen to have another channel that is legitimate, you could run playlists for people with that as well. Like, so for instance, somebody might say to me, Kevin, can you run my playlist, right? Now, tuberchat and Kevin K are both monetized, but I'll still run playlists for people. And the small benefit that I get is you can let the playlist run and I'll get a bunch of ads, right? And the benefit that you get is you'll get watch hours, because I don't need watch hours anymore, right? The benefit you get is watch, but I'm willing to do it. And I've always swapped with people with 2 accounts. Many people with 2 accounts. I have many more, but I treat them very carefully. And those I use for special circumstances. Anyway, I don't want to ever encourage anybody to do anything more than just swapping playlists. But if you have multiple devices and you really want to be aggressive, if you're going to do it legitimately, then you can. Lots of other creators over the course of weeks and months, as you meet more and more, will probably tell you can clear your cache, you can use a VPN, you can clear your watch history and all this other stuff. I never want to recommend that. I have monetized 5 channels already myself personally, and 2 of those are mine. Only those 2 were used doing the things that we're doing, but I just want to show you that what we're talking about works. Everything works. Kristen's going to be monetized probably by the end of next weekend, so that'll be another example of it working. Bright Creations has been sending me all kinds of positive messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because they are now monetized. They've been swapping playlists. I've been trying to push for them. As far as I know, they're doing it legitimately, and they got there, right? So anyway, I just want everybody to treat their channel safely. I have a friend who lost a monetized channel, not for doing anything illegitimately the way we're talking about, but I also, the biggest channel that I manage in the beginning, actually lost some income and was put under investigation for sub behavior, and lost 2 months of income, and we were terrified we were going to lose the whole channel after all the work we put in to get it there. That was before all this stuff existed, the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours of watch time. And thank God that channel got fixed. But there are horror stories out there. So I'm happy to answer any questions that I can to the best of my ability. I just hope that my answers are somewhat valuable if I don't have a straight answer for you. And the limits for comments and follows, I would say 50 a day. I got a message from a creator the other day asking me why their messages were not going through. And it's the first time somebody from tuberchat has asked me. But the first question I asked them, how many comments have you been doing today? And I said, it's been over 50. And they say, yeah. And I said, well, that's why. That's why. Because YouTube's not going to let you, like, it would be nice if we could all spend 24 hours a day just hammering out comments and trying to grow our channel that way. But they're not going to allow it, right? 50 is a reasonable number for somebody with a lot of time on their hands to be able to legitimately comment on people's videos. But once you get beyond 50 a day, they know what you're doing, you know, and they don't want to encourage it. Haha, Q and Heaney vlogs. That's funny. That's okay because I'm taking it off right now. I'm spinning the wheel. And then I weigh over 50, so I need to stop and continue tomorrow. I would, if it's still working, that's okay. But just keep in mind what I've said today. I'm not even saying I'm right because YouTube's never going to tell me the limit, right? I'm just assuming anywhere from 50, especially 100. Please, on any social network, never do more than 100 of anything in a day. But if you're doing more than 50, if you're doing around that much, the first time your comment doesn't go through, it just, what you might think if you're on a computer is like, oh, it just, something happened to the web page, it just didn't work. But that's not the case. YouTube is starting to squash your thing. And the problem is you're marking your channel too. So when we have channels who come through and they get shadow banned or they get their messages being held and stuff like that, it's not necessarily their fault. But I find that for every channel that has that happen in tuberchat, it's a channel that's working very aggressively on growing, which means leaving a lot of comments and stuff like that. Hopefully not spammy. Jawed Gaming, thank you for coming in. Everybody wants to bake here, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. We still have a few people here. But the object here in tuberchat is to go first. So you visit a channel, you watch their video, leave them a comment and a like, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that, and then they will bake with you as well. And thank you so much for hanging out so long. Look at this. This is a weird glitch that I'm noticing right now. So Jump the Fat is talking right now, like has just been conversating. But when I go to the participants list, Jump the Fat isn't there. So we already know that oh, I hope you just saw that. See, your message got held and I clicked it. It's ironic that you just happen to be saying that you're commenting so aggressively and your messages are getting held here. I'm going to have to look at that. We probably have to add you to the approved users list. Problem is, on some channels, you might find yourself shadow banned. So if you ever go into a live stream and it feels like you're being ignored, it might not be. It might be because you're shadow banned. It's not anybody's fault. And they can't see you. So you got to try to reach out to a moderator outside. Or if the host has some social media like Instagram or Facebook, you can reach out to them on. This is the Triplet family. They're back with tuberchat all the time. As you can see, they do the featured channels collaboration, and they've got well over 2,000 subscribers, so they're growing nicely, and there's obviously some to be learned from them as well. The Moody Artist, did I put your channel up ever? Forgive me for not remembering already. The days get away from me. Let's spin the wheel. Let's get another channel up here. Why do I think that we didn't look at Lulicious either? Is something up with me today? I got to get Lulicious because I thought I had you on the wheel, but I don't. I can't remember for the life of me if we looked at your channel today or the last time you were here. Here's a Shunish Fuse. So you are a new connection for TuberChat. I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I'm looking for something around 10 minutes just so I can give you a few minutes of watch time here. Okay, I'll take this 8-minute 28 one, and I are 500 subscribers here. I'll add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, within the next few days, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full, and I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to that 500 subscriber video. I will give you a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then I will subscribe to you. And in that way, I will make sure that the subscription sticks. Hopefully, you're also subscribed to TuberChat now and you have your notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So, Ashunish Views, I'm happy to have had a look at your channel. And then hopefully you'll be back again and I can get your bell on and then get to know your channel a little bit better every time you're here. Here's Lulicious. Now, I don't know why, for the life of me, I can't remember whether we just put this channel up today or not, because Lulicious has been with us every day since they found us, it seems. Even putting it up, I can't be sure. I think we just looked at this channel, but it doesn't matter. I'll leave it up for a minute, and then we will we'll go on. I know Mishana left, but we'll look at her channel anyway when it comes up on the wheel. Moody Artist been with us for a while, even though today's your first day. I'm happy to connect with you as well. Is Lulicious still here? They were here a moment ago. Yeah, they're still here. Oh, my goodness. My pleasure having your channel up. So there's Lulicious again. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I did just have your channel up. After doing, if you can imagine, so TuberChat now, today's one of our longer ones, right? Over 3 hours. But usually we go for 2 to 2.5 hours. And by the time the weekend is done, I've done 10 hours in 4 days. But it's all high-paced like this, right? All fast-paced. So sometimes I go through this where I can't remember whether I put a channel up. I'd rather put it up twice and be wrong than make the mistake of not putting it up at all. And then the Moody Artist, I appreciate you hanging out, especially so long for your first time here. But same speech goes for you. The diehards, yep, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo are still in the house. I'm going to look for one of your videos here. Oh, first one, your newest video that you just put up 4 days ago is 10 minutes long. So I add that into my watch later list. In the next 3 days, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. And I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment relating to the content of this video. I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe. And in that way, I will make sure that the subscription sticks. We'll spin just for fun, even though we know we're going to see Mishana for a second here. But she is a very much loved and well-respected member of the TuberChat community. She's been back with us again and again. She's gotten close to Kristen. They've done some collaborating together on their own. And Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo is vouching for the Moody Artist there as well. My pleasure having your channel up. As you're here more and more, hopefully we'll get you back to TuberChat, and then I will put your, as we put your channel up on the screen each time that you're here, I'll get to know your channel better as time goes on. So this is Mishana. Hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. And then where is our... Jawed Gaming, if you're still here, I'll wait until and see if you're still here. If you're still here, I'll put you up on the screen. Basuma Baria, always good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I thought you were here earlier, so thank you for coming in again, if that's the case. Yeah, it's later. Yeah, for Mr. and Mrs. Annabello. Yep, after 11 p.m. They're close to me, only a few hours away, actually. So just for fun, we'll spin. Sumabaria. Get you up and see what you got going on today. 67 subscribers, so hopefully we're pushing you a little bit far. Oh, that may not be accurate. That's a number that's locked in the YouTube cache until their pages. I don't know how many subscribers you have, but hopefully we're pushing you a little bit farther anyway. And then thank you very much, Oshunish Views. Hopefully we'll see you again. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then Basuma Baria, I don't know why we're not already connected. Is this your first time on the screen? Is that the reason? Because sometimes channels come in, and if you didn't get a chance to get on the screen ever, then we may not have connected. But what I'm going to do is take your latest video here that you put up yesterday. I'm going to add that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, in the next 3 days, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch that video in full. I will leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of this challenge video, and I will give you a thumbs up, and then I will subscribe. And in that way, I will make sure that the subscription sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We are always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And Basuma Baria, it's my pleasure to have your channel up here. Is there anybody in the chat besides PA that has not been on the screen yet? I think we've looked at everybody. And then PA will be up on the screen. They've got a reveal coming for us. I'm not going to forget that. We will get your, we'll be looking forward to it, and I'll showcase it when it happens then. So thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm just looking. Maybe there's someone we can raid. I'm just going to have a quick look before I wrap things up. And pardon me for a second because I got to look in another window to get this done. So I got to get back over to our channel and our video. True Gaming raid me. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. So we're going to go over to Foodie Squad. Thank you for those of you who've been hanging out. Thanks for those of you who are just coming in right now. I just picked a channel to raid. I'm only going to raid channels that are part of our community that come in and meet friends and family members and contribute and things like that. But hopefully we'll see you again, and then you'll see that I am the kind of channel that likes to raid other channels. So perhaps sometime in the future you'll get a raid from me. And hopefully if everybody wants to go over to my friend Foodie Squad, you will be able to continue connecting over there. We're actually just wrapping up right now. More Noah's Cool YT, so forgive me. You just came in right at the end. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change. We're just raiding another channel right now. We're heading over there. Everybody can continue connecting the way that we do here. So if you don't mind, just say TuberChat raid, hit that link that I just dropped, and thank you everybody for hanging out for the last long while. We've been on well over 3 hours now, so I'm going to wrap it up. And I appreciate all the engagement in the chat today. This has been a very exciting episode of TuberChat, so I appreciate it. And then it's already done. More Noah's Cool YT. We're already wrapped up, and I'm only going to raid channels that are part of TuberChat. So. If you start to come and become part of the community here, I'm sure one of these days I can raid you. Thank you, the Moody Artist, very much. Community Advocate Network, thank you again for becoming a member. PA, thank you for all your help tonight, especially I know that Kira and Kristen had to get moving. So I appreciate especially the help that you've been, as always, and of course your loyal and dedicated support. Oh, forgive me, 49-cent Rage Hamilton, we're just leaving. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, very much, and we will see you hopefully next time. Have a good night.